Hey everybody, good morning. How are you today? Welcome to the show. It's Bruce here. The stock markets with Bruce. We're trying to figure out what's going on in plain English every day with these markets. I'm your angry, balding old man. How are you today? That's what they call me, or they refer to me as that. He's that angry guy, that balding, angry guy. That's who that is, right? That's stock markets with Bruce. It's nice to see you here this morning. What's going on? Waiting for this market to give us, a real indication. We're seeing a slightly positive opening so far in the pre-market. We got the Dow up 148 points, which is okay. Nothing incredible. Well, that's about zero point 0.3 of a percentage point. We have the S&P up 10.5 points. That's up a quarter point. And over on Nasdaq, it's up 8 points. This is a nothing burger. 0.6 of a percentage point. So there's nothing happening there. So it's a very quiet opening. The good news is it's not a ugly opening. We didn't get a bunch of panic in the market overnight since the Dow didn't have an up day yesterday. Everyone accepted the down day yesterday and it was a slight down day yesterday. They accepted that as a vindication that, you know what, we had a pretty good run here the last 4 or 5 days. Not to be not to worry that we've had a bit of a pullback today. 2,000 point run on the Dow with a 200 point pullback. Okay, no problem. Now we're up 144 on the Dow at the moment. The overnight, no overnight worries have bubbled up or surfaced. Oil is up 38 cents a barrel right now to 112. It is $10 a barrel higher than a few days ago. Remember we were in the 90s last week for a while after going to 130, right? So we're still doing a lot of this on oil, but I will still remind each and every one of you out there that drives a vehicle that needs fuel. There are no lineups for gas anywhere unless you want to get a deal at Costco. And there are people who are willing to wait 30 minutes in line to get gas at Costco for 5 to 10 cents a gallon less than the competing gas station down the road. More power to you. But there are no lineups at any gas stations anywhere that I'm aware of because of shortages. There are no shortages. All right. So we'll remember that. At the moment, 112.50 on crude, up 38 cents. So gold at 1926, it was over 20, what was it, $2,050. It hasn't come back to new highs. It's actually slumping. And so commodity prices seem to be under a little more restraint, let's say, at this point. Good for markets. Markets like this, all right? There's a lot of talk this morning about are the economies of the world going to go into recession as these interest rate hikes come through? Oh, um, short answer is no. There will not be a recession. The main reason for no recession, it's not because I say so, although, if you just listen to me, it'd be a lot easier. But anyway, the real reason is, for example, North America, to take Canada and the US together right now, the two countries that share the longest undefended border in the world and do the world's highest amount of trading between each other, we have collectively together, we have very low unemployment here. Between the two countries, I would say that we're pretty well at full employment. If you look at the stats and go, wow, what, 3.5% unemployment rate? That's full employment. You're never going to get zero, ever, never, ever. So to be at 97% employed or 96.5% of the working force employed, phenomenal. The only thing left now is the participation rate. They keep referring to this participation rate, and what that means is they'll say, the analyst will say, "Oh yes, well the unemployment rate is 3.8%, but the participation rate is 64.5." And that means that of all people who are eligible to work, who could be working, only 64.5% are working. Now that number during a few years ago was as low as in the 59-60 range. That's now in the higher 60s, last I heard. And so That's normal too. It rarely goes over 75%. And the reason really is simple. Um, Husband and wife together, new baby. Uh, the wife has maternity leave, but she decides, no, 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 I'm quitting my day job, or I'm taking a leave of absence for a year, 2 years. I'm the first 2 years of this child's life. I'm going to be with this baby full time. So she's eligible to work. She could theoretically go back to work, but she chooses not to. The second income, dad's income, is carrying all the bills. Mom and dad together have decided mom is going to stay home with baby, and that's the end of that. Um, so those situations exist, and there are just other situations where people have worked for very hard through their 20s and 30s. They reach their 40s, and some people take some time off to just they're just exhausted. The unemployment office deems them eligible to work, but they're going, I'm not working right now. I'm going to take some time off. Or folks have found a gig where, yeah, they had a job, they were working 20 hours a week at McDonald's, they were working 20 hours a week at Burger King, and, they're getting their $10 an hour, whatever it was 3, 4 years ago. And they now realize that they can make money on the side, as it were. They can make money on their own doing odd jobs around neighborhoods, or they've just figured out that with COVID and whatnot, so many people are just not going to do as much as they did before, and these folks have found out that I can make money mowing lawns with my own mower, or I can use Joe's mower and mow his lawn once a week. He gives me $25, and then I do Fred's lawn and hedge, and that's 25, $30, and they've cobblestone together 500 bucks a week in earnings, and they're making 2,000 a month, and they're on their own. They're employed. They're self-employed. Well, they're not big enough to be a corporation. They're not big enough to be they don't hire anybody. They're just kind of grunting along here, eking out a living. Well, they're not in the unemployment system. They're not in the system. They're outside of the system because there's no deductions. There's no registration of a business name. There's none of the. It's just this kind of stuff, and so they're off the radar, and so the participation rate sometimes fluctuates, where it doesn't understand, or it doesn't quite catch all of the rest of the economy that's out there. I mean, look, if a friend of yours says, "Hey, listen, my brother is moving his house on Saturday. They're moving from one house to another house here in town. We need 5 people to help." He's willing to pay $25 an hour for 4 guys, because he figures it's 4 hours of work. You can make $100. It's cash. A lot of people, not a lot, but there are always those who will take that deal. I say, I'll work on Saturday for 4 hours and make $100 clear. Thank you. Am I going to report it? No. Is the IRS ever going to find out about it? No. And they do it. This is life. This is reality. And so this doesn't fall into the unemployment system, and there you have it. And so this part of the economy is also out there. The reality too is this: any of you out there that are going to a McDonald's right now, a Wendy's, a Burger King, Subway, a Chipotle, you're going to Denny's, wherever you're going for a bite to eat. If you're going to Starbucks stores, you're going to Costco's, you're going to Walmart's, you're going to wherever you're going to shop. Tell me you don't see help wanted signs everywhere you're going. This is not a California problem. This is not an Ohio problem. This is everywhere problem. And I'm noticing that even with certain businesses, they're open, but they're not open at 100% efficiency. They're not able to offer all the services that they normally open because they're still short staffed. They are short staffed. And the thing you have to understand about the unemployment rate in the United States and Canada is that, number one, uh, I'll go back to the 40s, and the expression is, we won the war, the Second World War. And after the Second World War, guess what surviving soldiers did, and young husbands and wives? Guess what they did? They had kids. They grew up into their 20s and 30s, and they started having children. And the baby boom was on, and I am a 1955 born child at the end of the baby boom wave, at that first wave after 10 years after the war. And I'm 66 now. Well, guess what? I am not going to get a job at a McDonald's because I can't stand on my feet for a 6-hour shift and run my butt off like these kids have to run their butts out. I can't do that anymore. But I don't want to. And thankfully, I don't have to. But if I had to, I wouldn't be very good at it. But I guess if I worked at McDonald's for a couple of weeks and survived it, I'd probably lose 20 pounds despite eating the food on the job. I'd probably lose some weight and maybe I could do it more of it. But nonetheless, we are aging out. That's the point of my argument. We as North Americans are aging out, and the baby boomer wave is passing by. Now, the kids behind the baby boomers are going, thank God, get rid of those people. We don't want them anymore. No, more power to you for that. Except the problem is there aren't as many of you as there were us. And Gen Y and Gen X and Gen whatever behind me and blah, blah, blah. There aren't as many of these young kids coming through to replace us. Now, thankfully, or realistically, I am not in the workforce anymore as a grinder at a hardworking factory guy or a hardworking warehouse person or whatever. And more of us are disappearing from old age, dementia. We can't do it anymore, physical limitations, and we are dying of old age. And so the next wave of workers behind us, there are fewer of them. Yet services required by the society as a whole have not abated. It's just as much as ever. It might be changing. We might need more people in warehouses like Amazon type facilities than retail stores, but the bottom line is a pair of runners is a pair of runners. If I need a pair of sneakers, anyone needs a pair of sneakers. They might have gone to the mall in the past. Now they buy online. The bottom line is sneakers need to be made, imported, distributed, and shipped and delivered to the end person. And that requires manpower. And so where's the manpower coming from? We don't have enough of it. And that is why there are signs all over North America, in Canada and the USA, help wanted, help wanted. And the offers are getting better and better and better for help wanted, where it used to be we're only offering 12 hours a week, 16 hours a week of work, no benefits. Now we're offering full-time with benefits and everything else because we are really short-staffed. Not only on our part-timers, we're short-staffed on our full-timers. And if we don't offer full-time work, we don't get anybody coming in here to ask for a job. We've got to compete. Finally, the worker is getting something for their efforts. But this is a sign that our economy is not operating at 100%. We're operating at about 85 to 90% efficiency. There's 10% left. Hence, coming back to my argument, there will not be a recession. The demand for services are there. We can't deliver all the services that the demand wants, and the perpetual hiring game continues. People who get hired, want to be hired, get hired, have cash flow coming in, they get to spend their money too. And that dough goes back into the economy, whether it's in the form of rent, food, and other services. And that just keeps adding to the economic growth of the engine, the growth engine of North America. And so there will be no recession. It is when there are 15 people or 25 applicants for one job, and this never stops. And when the jobs pay less and less versus inflation, the earnings power is dropping for workers. When those situations occur, we go into recession, because even though you're working, you're still losing to the inflation show. Your buying power continues to shrink every month. That leads to a recession. Now, that's why interest rates are rising, and the inflation thing is important. The Fed knows that if inflation continues to rise, even though people are making 16 bucks an hour, 18 bucks an hour, that won't be enough to offset the higher costs of their living expenses, putting them into a position where they spend less money into the economy. The economy will shrink, actually. Even though there's more being paid to people, they're paying more to get what they're buying in the past. They're getting less. So when you leave the grocery store, you used to leave with 45 items in your shopping cart. You're now leaving with 42 items in your shopping cart. It's not the end of your life, but those three things you didn't buy this time, multiplied by 350 million Americans and 35 million Canadians, multiply it out every week. That is a slowdown of someone's businesses. Now, that might be the craft company feeling it, Nabisco. Maybe it's General Mills, General Foods. Maybe it's the yogurt company. Maybe it's the chocolate bar company. Maybe it's the Coca-Cola company. It's whoever it is. It is basically everybody, because week in and week out, you're only buying 42 items instead of 45 items on average every week. And that is a recession that will just keep piling up and piling up, because it spreads from the grocery store to the Home Depot store to the clothing shops to the online sellers. And no matter who you are, where you are, what you are, it spreads out, and it continues to. It's like a tsunami wave. It just kind of goes out there, eventually hits a shoreline, and it's ugly. And this is why recessions are not a good thing. Now, the trick is for the Fed, they're trying to raise interest rates to calm inflation, but they don't want to raise the rates too high and too fast to make us slow down and not get that car that we wanted. We were going to get a car loan. And all of a sudden that loan is now 2.5% higher than we thought it was going to be. We're not buying that new car. Well, that's bad news, because there's a lot of jobs tied to every car being produced. Multiply by how many millions of people are not buying a car this year, and you've got a recession. And on it goes with regards to the Fed, interest rates, inflation rate, supply chain issues, and so on. But the good news in the big picture is that as long as you and I continue to see help wanted signs all over the place, where at the retail level, where we are walking into a Target store or a Costco, and we keep seeing help wanted signs that actually indicate how much they're paying. That's another change that we've now noticed in the last year or two. We actually now see help wanted signs where the firm is saying, this is how much we're prepared to pay you if you join us, or we have added benefits like this benefit, that benefit. We've never seen that before. We used to see help wanted signs. That was it. And the person would go in there seeking a job, and they had no idea what they were paying, and they had no idea what they were offering, because what they were offering and what they were paying was next to nothing, because you were chattel at that point. There were 10 of you for every job available, and the employer knew they could offer you next to nothing, and you'd still take it because there was nothing else you could get. It's turned completely the other direction. Okay, that's my little rant on that. We'll see what happens. Of course, right now we have a war going on in Ukraine, and we have Western countries supplying Ukraine with whatever they can get in there to help, delay the inevitable, which is Russia taking over a country which will be completely destroyed when they get it. And unfortunately, 3.5 million plus people displaced, if not more. There could be 5 million refugees out of Ukraine in the very near future. Very, very unfortunate. Will Putin negotiate? He negotiates a deal. He comes off as weak. He has problems, like personal problems, like being overthrown. Problem. So we got a desperado here who's going to fight to the bitter end. Everyone's bitter end. Is what his motto is, rather than his. It's kind of like the guy in Syria, the what's his name over there in Syria, the so-called king of Syria. The guy has got a country that's been totally destroyed, virtually nothing left of value, and he's still the king of the country. He's still what was it, Assad? But Bashir Assad is his name, something like that. This guy is one of the most ruthless dictators ever created, and the Russians back this guy to the moon because he allows the Russians to run roughshod and do whatever the hell they want in that country. And Syria is not in good shape. You might notice that whenever Russians take over a country and put in a puppet leader, they don't generally do that well economically and socially like Belarus. You have an election, and apparently 95% of everybody voted for the guy who's been dictating the country for 15, 30 years. The opposition leader, who had millions of people in the streets and signs everywhere saying, we're voting for you, All of a sudden, only 5% of the population apparently voted for this guy. 95% voted for the dictator who's been ruining their lives for the last 30 years. And it's all great. And of course, bit by bit, the young people of Belarus leave. They slowly leave and they bleed out. What's happening in Russia right now is interesting in that a high number of younger Russians are leaving the country. They're leaving because they know my high tech job just disappeared. I had a job, a laptop gig job. I can do my job from Sweden. I can do my job from Finland. I can do my job from Germany, but I can't do it from Russia because the internet is cut off. I can't communicate with my employer anymore. These kids are leaving, and this is the core of the apple, the absolute core and the future of Russia. Its youth are walking out, leaving the elders who don't want to leave behind, and the birth rate is going to drop dramatically because these are childbearing year people. They're walking out. So not only are Ukrainians walking out of Ukraine, Russians are walking out of Russia. And in Belarus, I suspect a high number of Belarusians have been leaving and bleeding out to Poland and elsewhere, bit by bit by bit. And they're not going back to, a dictator's type situation. Can you blame them? I wouldn't be in a situation like that either. If I were 25, 35 years of age, I'd be walking myself. Anyway, the world turns and it continues to turn. What can I say? We're up 141 on the Dow. We have 37 minutes to go until we open. We're up 10 points on S&P. We're up 7 points on NASDAQ. Oil is up 70 cents at the moment. We're watching a lot of indicators. There's talk right now that with higher interest rates, this could retard the housing market. The worry is there are some prognosticators. Prognosticators. There's some guys out there who are saying, you know what, the real estate market is going to drop 25% by the end of this summer. I love these guys. They have no basis to justify it. They don't have to prove it. They don't have to, show me exactly why and how this is going to happen. And yet they get press. It's incredible how clickbait headlines can be just put out there like this to make outlandish projections. And these are so-called experts, like really. When you get old like me, you're gonna be just like me. You're gonna go ridiculous. Here's a one way to understand whether there's going to be a housing crisis or not. If the cost of building the house you're in is less to build it from scratch than what you have, then you might be in a house that's overvalued. So if you're on you're in a lot in a community, a suburb, you're in a lot, and the lot has a value of $150,000 inside the city you're in or whatever, and the house that you've got on that lot can be replaced. Let's say you get the bulldozers and take that house out of there and then put in a brand new foundation and a brand new house on top. If you can build that house for less money than what your house would sell for in the condition it's in right now, you're in an overvalued property. I hazard to guess that with inflation at 7 to 10% right now, every house in America costs much more money to replace than what it's worth right now in the open market. There's no way we're going to see a recession on the housing prices. Housing prices are rising because the cost to build them is rising. First, the labor, just the grunts that work for the contractor, those young men with the muscles who do all the heavy lifting, those guys are getting big money per hour. Remember, the contractor is in competition with Amazon's warehouse. They're trying to get a 22-year-old guy to come in there and lift 2x4s and whatever else on the construction site versus the warehouse saying, hey, it's air-conditioned comfort in here, and we have these really snazzy new forklifts. You can drive those all around all day, all you want. You don't have to lift anything. Let the machine do all the lifting for you. And we give you benefits. The contractor's going, it's outside work, and you're going to get in great shape, and I pay $25 an hour where Amazon pays $20. $25 an hour for 10 grunts on your lot to build your house. Hello, $250 an hour, 10 hours a day. It's $2,500 a day in labor. How many days does it take to build this house? Then there's the specialized people, the carpenters, the plumbers, the electricians, the framers, the roofers, and on and on. These guys don't get 25 an hour; they get 50 to 100 an hour because they're part of their unions. They have their rates. They charge per project, not by the hour. That's why a house costs 300,000 to build, 350,000 to build, because by the time you put all these people together, all these trades together, all the materials together, which are now much more expensive to get in, houses cost more to replace than what's standing there now. That's why the housing prices will not go down 25% by the summer. Even if mortgage rates were to go to 5%, 6%, you will not have houses collapse in value. That's not going to happen. They might moderate, they might top out. In certain areas of the country, they'll ease up a little bit here and there, but you're not going to have a real estate crash. No, because what we don't have is from 2017 to 2022, we don't have a situation where millions of homes that were 350,000 are now $1 million each. That's not the case. We've had $350,000 houses turn into $450,000 to $500,000 to $600,000. Yeah, but not to $1 million or $1.5 million. We haven't had like 5 times your money in real estate in 3 years. We don't have banks offering multiple mortgages on multiple properties to one person. It's next to impossible for you to get that. We don't have the same situation as 2008, 2009, 2007. It was ridiculous back in 2007. If you've ever seen The Big Short, you know how ridiculous it was back then. So that's the story about a lovely lady and her 3 little daughters of her own. We're not going to have a recession. Will the markets go higher now, is the question. Can they recover the losses that we still are sitting on from the highs earlier this year? The only way we're going to go higher in the real end of it all is earnings. Can the S&P 500, the Russell 2000s, the Dow 30s, all these public companies, can they make more money, net profit, in the next quarter and the next quarter and the next quarter? In other words, can analysts sit back and go, that Apple company over there, those guys at Apple, I think they're going to make more money next year than they made last year. Last year, they made record numbers. They made record money last year, absolutely unbelievable record money last year. And yet analysts, if they come to a conclusion that says, yeah, we think that Apple will make more money next year than last year, and so will Microsoft and Amazon and Cisco and everybody else. Apple right now is trading at 27.49 earnings as I am speaking to you. It's worth $2.7 trillion in book value, market cap. But it's trading at 27.49 earnings. That is traditionally high in the S&P 500 of the world. Normally 15 is considered a pretty healthy PE multiple. But the reason it's trading at 27 times earnings is because analysts are saying that, I think Apple can make more money than last year. And if they can make 20% more money than last year, then this PE multiple is actually not 27.5. It's really 22 times next year's earnings. It might be 21 times next year's earnings. And if in 2 years from now, Apple will not only make more money this year, they'll make more money the year after that. And the reasons will be varied as to why. Analysts are going, yeah. It's trading at 27.5 times earnings this year. We admit that. But projected earnings for 2023, we're putting it at 21 times earnings, and projected 2024 earnings, we're putting this at 17 times earnings. This stock for 2 years from now is not all that high priced. Now we're sitting here going, well, wait a minute. Why would a stock trade at 27 times earnings now if in 2 years it's going to be at 17 times earnings and 15 is a reasonable number? Because the thinking is that the year after that, they'll make even more money again, and they're down to a 13 times multiple. And the year after that, they're down to a 10 times multiple. And it's this forward PE multiple mentality that stock traders have come up with to justify high price stock today. Now, look, if your banker down the street says, "Hey, listen, Mr. and Mrs. Depositor, I just want to give you a call," like as if your bank manager is going to call you, like, really? It's the 50s again. But if you were to find out that your bank down the street was to offer you 8% interest for 5 grand for 5 years, you give us 5,000 for the next 5 years, we'll give you 8% interest every year. We'll deposit $400 into your savings account every 12 months for the 5 years you leave us this money. If they were to offer you that, then this 27 times multiple would not exist for Apple. This Apple would not be up here. It would be at a 20 multiple, because all of a sudden Apple investors are going to go, wait a minute, I own 100 grand worth of Apple stock. And I could put my money in my banker over here and get 8% interest, and it's fully insured by the FDIC or whatever it is in the US. And Canada, it's all insured. So my money is insured against loss. So if the bank goes under, I'm covered. I'm getting 8% interest on my money, and I don't have to think about anything. I don't have to watch Apple, nothing. I'm not writing options. I don't watch that guy, Bruce. I don't know anything about writing options. So I'm going to just take my money out of Apple and buy this stuff. Or I'm going to take my money out of any other stocks out there and put it into the 8% deal. That's where high interest rates can kill markets, because Apple now has to compete against an 8% GIC rate that's out there. Well, the good news today is there is no 8% GIC rate out there. A 5% GIC at your local bank or savings and loan or wherever you folks do your banking, none of you are getting 8% on your money for the next 5 years. Try what, 2%, 2.5%, 1.5%. It's not a lot. And against inflation, you are losing. Apple can outdo the bank right now, and has been able to outdo the bank for 15 years, 20 years. Every year, Apple outdoes it. And so does Microsoft and IBM and other. Keep in mind, if you owned IBM stock for the last 10 years, you've been yielding 4% every year on your money. Dividends, you're getting 1% every 3 months on your money. So if you got $100,000 worth of IBM stock that you bought 15 years ago, you've been getting $1,000 every 3 months from IBM dividends, which are taxed at a lower rate than interest rates are, of course. So IBM's had no trouble beating the banks, because interest rates are effectively zero. A 5-year loan, you'd be a 5-year GIC, you're lucky to get 1% interest on. IBM has no problem beating a GIC. However, if the GIC rates start to rise, there'll be certain companies that don't pay a dividend that will be in trouble. And those who only pay a 2% yield will be in trouble, because now they're competing against higher GIC rates. They're going to have to up their game. And that means returning more money to shareholders in the form of dividends and or stock buybacks. Another reason we're not going into the tank for the markets is because corporate America is buying $1.2 trillion of stock back this year. And they'll probably increase that next year to $1.4 trillion. So there's a lot of stock being taken off of the stock market and put away, retired. And that 1.2 trillion has to go into the market with what's left, and has to find another home to go into, to invest into. And this is where the markets have this artificial demand underneath it from corporate America. The actual issuers are buying up their stock. Now, a company like Apple might buy up $50 billion worth of their stock this year, or $70 billion, or the $90 billion that they're authorized to. But on the other hand, they might offer $20 billion in stock options to their employees. And now they've issued new stock for $20 billion and taken $90 billion off. So that's only a $70 billion net shrinkage. But it's still a shrinkage of a company that's making more money per share every year, growing their business. I mean, it's still a win-win position for Apple shareholders, Apple company, and so on. Okay. Hope I haven't confused too many of you folks with all this talk. Bottom line is, this correction that we had wasn't severe. It was like a slow motion train wreck for weeks on end where we had the markets going down and down and down and down, and then we had an up day or two, and then we went down and down. Um, but 2,000 of the 4,500 points we lost on the Dow have been brought back in a week. Now the question is, how much more has this rally got in it? And we're going to find out today and tomorrow after yesterday's little pause in the action as we went for popcorn and chocolate bars. And we left the movie theater, went to the theater, had a little pee break, got ourselves a couple of snacks, and then we're coming back to watch the second half of this movie. And the movie, now we'll find out how long it is. We don't know how much longer the second half of this movie's got, but it's called The Rally. It's called the Recovery Rally from the sell-off. And is this just a correction in a sell-off, or is this a dead cat bounce in the middle of a bear market that's going to last 10 years or 5 years? I don't think there's a bear market here. I honestly don't think so. Normally, in my opinion, a war breakout in Ukraine could have had a much bigger impact on this market, but it didn't. Probably thanks to certain leaders of certain countries who are keeping things calm and doing most of the negotiating out of the media spotlight, and that's keeping our focus on bigger picture stuff. Yeah, we're paying attention to the war. Of course we are. Oil is making it abundantly clear there is a war going on, but business continues on, doesn't it? And they didn't cancel the NCAA March Madness, did they? No. Did they cancel the NHL a trading deadline yesterday? No. That continues on. Business continues. Sport continues. Life continues. Spring break in Miami Beach is still going on. They have gunshots going off down there, but nonetheless, spring break continues. I am sure that in Cancun, Mexico, and other Mexican resorts and Dominican Republic resorts, there are college kids all over the place having a great old time, despite the fact that there's a war going on in Ukraine. That didn't stop. And so, yeah, it's not that bad, is it? Interesting what's going on out there as this world continues to chug along in the middle of all kinds of human misery and suffering. It is truly stunning. Thank you all for being here this morning. Love having you here. We're going to see how this market wants to play. At the moment, it wants to go higher. Okay, then let's see if that wants to do that. Okay. Beach Boy is asking me a question about his GameStop contracts. Bruce, I wrote April 1st, 90s. They were written for 605 on the GameStop shares. And I want to take gains off the table as soon as possible, so I have writing power for the next good bump up. What should I be doing right now? And we're at 95.49 on the pre-market, I think. Let me just double check that. Yeah, looks like we're at 95.49, up $1.29. So these contracts are actually book valued now at 549, and Beach Boys have written them at 605, and they expire not this week, but next week. So the good news for Beach Boy is that the time shrinkage has really kicked in here on these contracts. If the shares today were to touch $90 a share, I don't even know if they'd have a $6 value. They might only have like a $4 value at book value for a week and 3-4 days to go. Day after tomorrow, Thursday, these contracts are 1 day away from becoming the next in line to expire, because all April 1s will come up next. And so the time premium, if there is any time premium on these contracts, the 90s or 91s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, they'll all really start to shrink out. The key here is what Beach Boy needs right now is a little pullback in the market to allow him to score a gain now. Or what Beach Boy is going to have to do is wait for the time factor and a slight pullback to bring his contracts down to a lot closer to what he paid for them. Now, last night, I suspect they were up a tad He's probably upside down. He's not upside down. He's down on him a little bit, I would imagine. Let me take a look at these April ones. April 1st's 90s. Okay, so let me take a look. Yeah, April 190s. They were 815 bid last night. The market now is up $1.90 this morning. So they were at 815 bid when the stock was only at 94.15. Now the stock's 96.10. So naturally they should be higher in price. But the problem for the option gamblers is that a day has gone away from yesterday to today. So they won't be up $2 each to start the morning. They might be up $1.50 each or $1.40 each, $1.25 each, because time is being eaten away. The reality is this contract's worth $5.10 right now as I'm looking at this last trade. It's jumping around. So it's 95.10. It's worth 510 book value. It's quoted yesterday at 8:15 to 9:35. So there were $3 of premium on top of this contract last night that will disappear in the next 9 trading days. So obviously this contract will depreciate in price, but where will the stock go in the next couple of days? So for Beach Boy, the answer is you could put in a 305 stink bid if you wish. I don't know if you'll get hit on it. The only way you're going to get hit today on a 305 price is if the shares drop $8. They got to drop $8 to $88. They got to go down to $88 because then you'd be a couple dollars out of the money with 8 days to go, roughly 9 days to go, and you might reach 3. The likelihood to me, though, is that you'll likely reach $2 to $3 a contract by this Friday if the shares reach 90 or less. But between 90 and $96 a share, where we are now at 96, you're going to be in this $8 neighborhood right now. If the shares are 94 tomorrow, you're probably going to be in the $7 neighborhood. If they're 92 on Thursday, you'll probably be in the $5.55 neighborhood. If they're at 90 on Friday, you'll likely be in the $4.50 neighborhood, just based on how these have been trading. A dip to 88 or 87 from 90 on Friday, you're down to $2, $2.50. That's the reality of the situation right now. So you got to wait. You got to wait right now. Time is your friend, but you got to wait for time to be your weapon and make what's going to happen to these stocks happen. Those of you who have not written calls, if you're thinking of writing calls, I would not be writing April 190s right now. I would not be writing April 195s right now. I would be looking at having you write way out there, like further out there, like 15th or 22nd of April's, like April 22 95s are around the 10 mark. That's 95s. Hundreds are about $9, not quite $9. They'll be over 9 this morning though. I'm quoting last night's final trade, by the way, not this morning's quotes because I don't have them yet. April 29th, 95s. Yesterday evening closed at 1140. Well, the stock is up 138 right now. They might gain another 50 cents from here, getting closer to $12. So you could write $12.95s. You could write probably very high $11.97s. You could write in the $100 level. You could probably write 10 to 10.25s. All premium out of the money. I would prefer new writers look at those kinds of numbers and take advantage of those kinds of premiums. April 22nd 100s are showing about, well, $8 to $9 last night. They're probably going to show $8.50 to $9, maybe $9.25 this morning. Those could be theoretically written, but I would try to get you to write contracts that are $12, $13 each if you can find them with a fat premium on them, so that's all premium in your hands. With Beach Boy, he wrote with a 605 premium. There's nothing wrong with it, but the problem is that that's not enough premium to give him a lot of protection. He's still okay at $96 and less. If the shares close at $96 a week on Friday, his contracts are worth $605. So he'll break even. But his stock will have gone up, which is great. But if the shares want to close around 90.91 next week, Friday, his contracts will be $1 to $2 a piece, and he will make $4 a contract net to him, but he's got to wait it out. There's the situation at the moment. Okay. Everybody, welcome all to the show. We're 13 minutes away from opening. Good morning, everybody. It's nice to see you all here. And yeah, here we go. Alberto, I was just in LA, and how the general public can afford a 25% property increase when the employers are giving 3 to 4% raises. I was running comps on 1,200 square foot homes, 399,000 and up. Salaries are $46,000 to $75,000. Yes, that's right. There's a squeeze going on, and of course, what's happening is, in many cases, it's dual incomes in the house, or what you're now seeing is these homeowners are renting out their basements, and they're trying to bring added income there. If they can bring in $1,000 a month from the basement, and that goes towards the mortgage and taxes and what have you, maintenance of the house, and then their salaries. That's how they're doing it. In other words, they're shrinking their lifestyle. They used to have the house, the basement, the main floor, and the upper floor. Now they're down to the main floor and the upper floor, or just the main floor. They have less space to live in. The good news is their houses are going up in value. The bad news is they're getting to use less of their house. And so now the question is, do we sell and move? Well, the problem is, to sell and move, you can't replace the house you're in for less than what you're paying unless you move a great distance away from where you are, which means that screws up your entire everything: kids' schools, friends, community association membership, whatever you're part of. You're now you're an out of towner in a new area, and that may not be desirable for a lot of people. There you go. But yeah, it is interesting. The bubble of real estate. It's been an interesting time. All right. Yes. Here we go. Kiwi minimum wage goes up by $1.50 an hour on April the 1st. I have already been notified by my cleaner, my gardener, and my builder that they're putting up their charges by $5 an hour. There you go. That's inflation, and that's what it's all about. That is what we're talking about here. What can I say? Let's see. Let's go. What else is going on here? Pick Nose is saying, I wrote a 99 just as it became in the money yesterday for 12.50. Timed it nicely. Beautiful job. The Credit Savage, Uncle Bruce, the way things are looking, I will dare the market to take me out on those $100 GameStop cash secured puts expiring this Friday. I got an $1,125 premium, and I've already waited almost 2 weeks. What's another 3 days? Exactly. You know what? Thinking today is a good day to cross my arms and sit back and watch. Duncan, you might be right. Maeve Potter, I have January 2024 180s for 2502 and 300s for 3788. They're each giving me about 25% profit right now, and I'd like to get out of them before the stock goes up, but I don't have the capital without selling shares. There you go. So, okay, Maeve, I don't understand what your situation actually is. Did you write them? Are you short or are you long these contracts? I'm assuming you're short because you don't have the capital. I like to get out of them before the stock goes up. Okay, so you want to buy them back. Is that what I'm thinking of this? January 2024 180s. Let me take a look at this. January 2024. Did you say 2024? Okay, we're way up here. 180s are showing 24.80 to $31. Okay, and 300s are showing 17 to 22. So I'm assuming these prices, you wrote them. You wrote the 180s for 2502. You wrote the 300s for 3788. Am I right there? I don't see any other message coming in. So I'm going to assume that's the case. So you wrote the 180s for 25. They're now at 24.80 bid. You wrote the 30s for 37.88. The 300s are now going for $17 a bit. So the 17s you've made money on, the others you have not. Now, um, what you could do, like I'm not sure what you want to do exactly. Yep, I want to buy back covered calls. Okay, thank you for letting me know. I want to buy back my covered calls. I wrote covered calls. I must have sold. Okay. Um, so you want to get back out of there. Well, okay. Theoretically, you could buy back those 300s for 17. Let's say you put in a bid for, I don't know, 17, 20, 25, and theoretically, let's say you got it back. Okay. You'll have made 20 bucks on the contract. Okay. Um, you could turn right around and write a January 2024 180 and take in about, let's say, maybe you could take in between $25 and $27, somewhere in the middle of that range, between, looks like 25 and 31. So if you were to buy back at 17, 18 and sell at 25, 26, you'd bring in another $7, 8, $900 per contract, and you're still writing just 180s. There's that. But I would encourage you, if possible, pardon me, to try to write something closer in, rather than be all the way out there in 2024. Now the question is, what can you write closer in to bring you the capital? Theoretically, you could write $150 contracts for January 23, expiring January 23, 2023. You could write those for about close to 20 bucks each. So if you buy one for 17 and sell for 20, you've added $3 to your account, but more importantly, you've taken a year away from the leap. You've come 1 year closer, and now you're 9 months away instead of 1 year and 9 months away. That's one possible. You could write a more expensive contract as high as, say, 160s for probably the same amount of money as it'll cost you to buy back the 300s. So you could still be out of the money $65 if that's how far out you really want to be. On the other hand, if you're comfortable being closer into the money, you could write 120s and bring in upwards of $25, $26. That could also shift you out of the 180s, and you could buy them back for 25 and sell these 120s for 25 and come in 1 year closer, but you're coming down to 120s instead. That's another strategy. If you dare to, and you want to write 110s, you could probably bring in $27 a contract for that time frame and actually bring in more cash. If you want to bring it in closer, though, you don't want to be out to 2024. You don't want to be out to 2023. You want to be closer into time. You want to be closer to an expiry situation here. Which ones to look at is the question. So I'm taking a look at July 2022s now. I'm doing this on the fly, so I have no idea how this will work out. But to buy back those 300s at about 17 bucks around ish, you might be able to write 110s for close to $16, $17. That would be almost a wash, and you would be into July 15 110s. You're out of the money. You've got a $16, $17 premium on them, and as long as the stock stays under 110, that's $15 of range. You're able to watch the shrinkage happen on that contract. As far as the 180s are concerned, you need $25 for those. You would have to write. You'd still have to be out to January, probably 2023. Though you could go to January 2023 and still be able to do that. So I'm not sure if that's helping you with what you wanted to help with, wanted to help on, but I'm wondering that might be a way to go here. We're at now 4 minutes to go before we open up here. Uncle Bruce, you think it's a wise idea to buy 16 grand worth of SoFi stock? Down here, I don't have a problem you buying all the SoFi you can get your hands on, in my opinion. I think SoFi is a massive bargain, and if you have a year that you're willing to wait, worst case scenario, I think you'll do all right. But if you're looking for a 3-week turnaround, don't come crying to me. Yes, I wrote covered calls and I want to buy back covered calls. Okay, now Credit Savage. Scott, I see what you think that I like Batman. Oh, forget Batman. Let's move on here. Let's move on. Did you spend the premium already? Nazareth wants to know. Um, I still have the opportunity to write two more contracts, raise money, but the stock's down so much. Like I say, it's not a great time to write new contracts. If you're writing, a month out, 100s, it's all premium. You can make that move, as I've been saying. Anyway, there we have Miraculous thumbs up number 156. Good morning. We're opening in 3 minutes. Duncan, anyone ideas about ME? I don't know what ideas we have. I noticed just a little. It looked a bit higher this morning, but I don't know if that's still the case. It's up 6 cents. I'm not sure what's going on there. And yeah. Here we go. Nazareth. So move. Maeve, it really depends on what you still have the capital from the initial sale of the covered call. If you have the capital, then do what Bruce is saying. If not, then yes, use the two to generate capital, and then do a shuffle each week and try to free up contracts. Each week, try to free up one contract, then use that to write weeklies and free them up over time. Uncle Bruce, using your logic on getting at least $1,000 on GameStop covered calls by writing out of the money a few weeks, I think selling puts for 95, 1,000 premium at least for 2 weeks out would be just as good. No, want GameStop for 70. Well, if you have the cash to be able to do it, great. But if you're only sitting on 100 shares of GameStop, you don't have the cash. What do you do? To sell the GameStop and then write a cash secured put with those dollars? That might have to be the way. Otherwise, write calls, right? All right, testing, says Karib. Let's see. Thanks, Nazareth. That's basically what I've been doing. I needed money for expenses, but I didn't want to sell sausages. Okay. What's going on? Michael, I think you should sell sausages. There you go. Thanks for the input, Uncle B. Big money in sausage sales, says Mike. You can make big money in sausages. All right, we're opening in a minute. Despite what Michael says, we're opening in a minute. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Good morning to you all from around the world this morning. We're getting ready to start trading on this market. Let's see what it's got in what does it have in mind for us? We're up 158 on the Dow going into the opening now. We're up 13 points on the S&P, and we're up 16 on NASDAQ. Still up 32 cents on oil. And so there's where we're at right here, watching for the opening. That is coming in seconds, and we'll see what happens. Credit savers, Uncle Bruce, if I use that strategy, then I could bring in 2,000 or more a month on GameStop premiums alone. That's awesome. And worst case scenario, I get GameStop at 70 bucks, and yes, I have the cash. May do 3 contracts. Rock and roll, man. Rock and roll. And there you go. It's okay. We are about to go. Not Larry Titus has rung the bell, so we are open. Here we go. I'm thumbs up number 169, and I'm reporting for duty. Welcome, Austin. With 3 contracts, that's potentially $6,000 a month in premiums. That's pretty nice. Yes, it is, my friend. Yes, it is. Hello, everybody from John Anderson. Good morning, sir. Jennifer, I'm number 170. Nazareth, let's go. Well, we're open. We've started. We're running. Now we're going to see where we're running to. Where are we at? I'm showing GameStop at 94.53, up 33 cents. I'm showing the Dow up 191 right now. I got S&P up 14 and NASDAQ up 19. These very early preliminary numbers. So welcome one, welcome all. Rocket Lab showing up 12 cents. SoFi at 9.50, down 6. GameStop 94.96. We'll see how this trends here in a few moments as we get through our first opening trades and get everything settled in. Duncan is saying stinky on Apple, guys. There you go. We are showing now the Dow up 189. So, okay. We've got Rocket Lab up 11 to 894. 895 now. 952 on the SoFi, down a nickel. GameStop 95.35, up 115. AMC down 7 cents. Matterport is up a nickel. ME is +4. Spire unchanged. ATIP down 3, Smart Rent up 1, Cyxtera up 12. Pfizer down 15 cents to start today. Robinhood down 8 cents. Vanik is up 98 cents. Home Depot down 117. IBM's up a nickel. Microsoft up 145. Apple plus 13 cents. Goldman up 157. Cisco up 12 right now. Facebook down 38 cents. Amazon is up 18.93 a share. Tesla up 670 to 927. They opened their Berlin factory today officially. Google up 12. That's where we are here. Just early trades. 162 point gain. 162 on the Dow. With the other indexes here, see if I can get this to work here. Get my big ass iPad to refresh. Okay, 162 on the Dow, 17 gain on S&P, and 53 on NASDAQ, with oil up 11 cents. Welcome everybody to the adventures of the market. Scott, I wrote 1 GameStop covered call and 4 GameStop cash secured puts. It's nice to be able to pull in credits no matter which way it goes. Keeps me busy and off the streets. Right on, man, making money. Flint Creek Soap Company, I'm thumbs up 183. Thank you everybody for this. Can we just make some money today? Come on, could we? Can we just all get along? GameStop 97. Let's go. Well, I show 96.22 right now. Did touch 97 for a bit. 96.49. Let's go to 100 a share. Well, we're going to find out. 96.34 up to 14. It's it's okay. Is it incredible? No, it's just okay. It's 106,000 won. It's all right. Nothing to see here, really. We're just all right. We're up 151.9 on the Dow now. And Rocket Lab is up 12 cents now to 895 on 116,000. SoFi has traded now 1.9 million at 944, down 12 cents on the morning so far. Let's get the low out of the way first and go higher. I'll play that game. 96.69 on GameStop. AMC's up 7 cents to 15.93. Matterport now 8.20, up 3 cents on 208,000. 23andMe is at 3.68, up a dime on 78,000. Go 23andMe, get going. Spire 198 unchanged. We've been 198 all morning on 13,000. Nothing going on here. So ATIP at 176. We're not moving. We're only trading 5,000 shares. Smart Rent down 9 cents to 710 on 14,000 volume. Nothing happening. Cyxtera, officially it's up 55 cents to $12 a share on 46,000 shares. That's what I see at the moment on Cyxtera. Pfizer now 53.83, down 36 cents. Profit taking coming in on Pfizer as is expected here. It has been a nice, lovely run. We were as low as 45-ish, 45, 50, 60 range on Feb 24. So in that month, we've come quite the ways, 45 to 54. Doesn't sound like much, but that is a huge 20% gain here. A little pullback would not be unreasonable. 53.86 on Pfizer as it is slipping back bit by bit. I expect to go lower. Like 52.5, 52 would not be silly. Not in one day, but it could be one day, but it could also take 3 or 4 days, a week. Those shares will slowly give up some ground, as would be reasonably expected. Robinhood is up 12 cents. Vanik down 25. Home Depot down $3. IBM up 12 cents. Microsoft up $1.50. Apple up 72. Goldman up 145. Cisco up a quarter. Facebook up 20 cents. Amazon is up $25. Tesla's up 13 to 934 now. Google up $18. Royal Caribbean up 51 cents. Costco down $1.70. Nvidia down 34 cents. And Moderna down 176 to 173 per share. All right. And the Dow now 183 gain, a little higher yet. We'll watch that as always. 904 on Rocket Lab. We've gone over 9, up 21 cents now on Rocket Lab. Down only a dime on SoFi. GameStop 97.90, up 370 a share. AMC at 15.96, up a thin dime. Matterport is up a nickel. We got an 11-cent gain on ME to 369, a 1.5-cent gain on Spire, 199 and a half. ATIP is unchanged. Smart Rent down 8. Xterra is now 12.04, up 60 cents this morning. 209 gain on the Dow. Lovely. 25 on S&P, 85 on NASDAQ. The markets are building up with a bit of a move higher. All right. Credit Savage, Scott, that is awesome. I do 2 covered calls on GameStop, and I've been doing 2 cash secured puts, but I may add more since the premiums seem to be getting better. And just watch the morning vid. There are up dips, a whole new world. Zed, 3 GameStop covered call contracts waiting for 100 with April 29th. Scott, what do you think about covered calls on Cisco? Yep, I'm thinking Cisco, we're at 56.47, up 47 cents. So for this week, I'm looking at, right now, I would be looking at 57s and 8s. For next week, I'd be looking at 58s to 60s, maybe even 2 or 3 weeks out, 58 to 60s. I'd be looking to get some premium if I could on those. Nicholas, let's go to $10 SoFi, please, and thank you very much. There you go. SoFi, 9.56, down a penny on SoFi. We have come back. GameStop, 98. Yep, 97.86 right now. Rob, as a stink offer for GameStop, I offered 95 for Friday at 10.35. I thought this wouldn't hit. Well, let's see now. Its lightest ask is 8.30 when it closed the last at 4 last night. So, Rob, there you go, buddy. Looking for a deal there. Duncan, covered calls may have more. CCL may have more higher if April drop requirements may be coming soon. Yeah, I'm leery of cruise ship stocks. I just don't. I won't touch them. We're up 208 now on the Dow. Rocket Lab at 906, up 23. This is just about the high of the day here. Volume of 169,000. SoFi 956.57. 3.5 million. We were down to 939. We bounced right back to where we started from. 97.60 on GameStop. Volume 235,000. Definitely looking better. And if you've written contracts, just sit back. Just sit back and do nothing. Sit back. AMC 15.96, up a dime. Matterport 8.26, up 9 cents on 300,000. This is just about the high of the day. 8.27 now. Here we go. ME up 16. 374, a high of the day of 375 on 153,000. Go ME, go. You owe us. Spire is over $2. It's $2.50. Up about 2.5 cents, 2 cents. ATIP up 1.5 cents. Smart Rent down 1 penny, and Xterra is at $12 on 50,000, up 55 cents. All-time high 13.53. All right, man. Pfizer down 74 cents, 53.45. Pfizer definitely getting hit with some profit taking here. Good. There's a headline here, Pfizer recalling lots of blood pressure meds over potential cancer-causing impurities. So that could be bad for the stock. That might cause a bit of profit taking on Pfizer. We're at 53.50 here, low of 53.42. We're down 69 cents. So we'll watch for that, see what kind of pullback Pfizer wants to give us sooner or later. There's always good and bad. Interesting. We're up 192 on the Dow right now. And we're hanging in there, watching GameStop, SoFi, Rocket Lab, and everybody else. We've got GameStop at 98.60, up 4.40 this morning. Writing 100s at a nice fat premium is what you want to do. If you can get it, if it wants to go to 100, then take a look at writing 102s to 105s for big fat premiums going forward. Just go with the stock, not to worry. All right. Michael, SoFi Technology said Tuesday it has added a new feature to its checking and savings accounts that will enable members to invest part of every direct deposit into cryptocurrency with zero fees. These guys know their customers. They absolutely know who their clients are. They have such AI going. It is These guys are I'm convinced they are miles ahead of many other fintech companies. I really believe it. These guys are going to become the Amazon of fintech, financial trading through technology. Yeah, this is really interesting stuff. Does it make them a bunch of money today? No. What does it do for them? It basically gets investors, or it gets depositors to come in. It gets people to open accounts. It gets people to transact business through SoFi. And it keeps them in SoFi because SoFi offers so many areas where you can bank with these guys. And now with this little ditty here, this is going to bring and attract possibly tens of millions of depositors from 18 to 35 years of age for years to come. For years and years, they will keep their money in SoFi and won't move it anywhere else. In other words, you can't steal them away. Once these guys get you as a depositor, no one can get you away from SoFi. This is the genius at work, I think, of this company. Yeah, they got 3 something million customers now. I think they're going to end up with 30, 40 million. That's where I think they're going to be 10 times this size in customer base. Their earnings are going to be just beyond calculable. They're going to make just a ton of money. But yeah, these are early days, folks. Duncan, me too, but others may see differently. I don't know what he's talking about there. Scott, Cisco dividends on April 5. Do stocks usually see buy waves just prior? Not really. 2 GameStop covered calls sold. 100 strike, $11 expires April 29. We just wait. So there's what Zed's doing now, right there. $98 a share. Scott Brewer never really happened with IBM. Savage, Credit Savage. Oh, nice. I hope Royal Caribbean stock goes back to 90 so I can make some money buying puts on those guys. They're the gift that keeps on giving if we use Uncle Bruce option strategy. But for puts, thank you, Uncle Bruce. Dropping take profits. PFE. There we go. Good morning, y'all. And Mike, interesting news. I'm number 194, by the way. Nazareth, GameStop, 99. And Credit Average. SoFi will be a $300 a share company in 7 years. Bank of America and Wells Fargo near my house are closing branches because costs are too high. SoFi doesn't have to worry about all that. This is only the beginning. I agree. There used to be a time that every so many blocks on Main Street would be a gas station. And every so many blocks off of Main Street would be a gas station. Today, there are far, far fewer gas stations in our towns and cities all over North America. There are many, many, many gas stations or sites that used to be gas stations that are now Starbucks, or they're now shoe repair centers, or they are whatever they are, but they're not gas stations anymore. Now we're seeing the goodbye of bank branches. In Canada, it happened a decade ago. Royal Bank, Nova Scotia, TD, Bank of Nova Scotia, all these guys started closing branch offices. And it is getting harder and harder and harder to find a branch office of a bank. They used to be in the downtown core on the main corners, and then going out from there every so many blocks would be another one. And nowadays, bank branches are really a rarity because the real estate costs to operate a bank branch is unthinkable money, and the cost to insure the bank and its employees is unthinkable. Security concerns. The upside is downtown. Where do you park your car? You can't drive to downtown, easily park and walk into the bank. It's not that easily done. It's expensive as hell if you do it with a car. If you go down by cab, money there, money back. You better have a real big reason to want to see a bank person in person because the cost to get there and back is prohibitive. The thinking of that used to be suburbia. Well, we'll open up banks in suburban malls and at the end of strip malls, and we'll have easy parking. And then they created their own locations with drive-throughs. How convenient. Use the ATM, just drive through. Now it's all on the telephone. Telephone. What do you need a bank building for anymore? Now, the good news for Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and these others, they might not own the real estate that the building sits on. They might not, though. They may have in the last 10 years sold off all the real estate that they sat on and converted it into just a lease arrangement that they're just renting the land and the building that they're on now. They don't even own their building anymore. They may have long cashed that out. I don't know the story behind that. But in SoFi's case, they never owned 10,000 branches. They never had 5 million employees or a million employees or 300,000 employees or whatever it was. They never paid property taxes to every town, city, and state in America with these branch offices. They've only been on the telephone and will only be on the phone and internet. So the upside is tremendous. Jeff, good morning, Uncle Bruce and Bagel Gang. Imagine in 5 years, SoFi at 100. Michael, the credit coach, you mean 400 a share. Duncan, a coffee break. Nazareth, that means Duncan is going to poop. Tell everybody he's going to poop. SoFi's employee stock program is the biggest concern I've seen. Their purchase discount is like a black hole to what would have been cash on hand otherwise, says 99 videos. Well, I'd love to know more details if you want to provide those. The Dow is up 248. S&P is up 24. NASDAQ is up 64. The Dow is leading the charge with a 0.71% gain. S&P is up 0.55. NASDAQ is up 0.46. So the Dow is leading the markets higher at this point. Oil down 82 cents to 111.30. Oil down 82 cents in Texas. Good for the markets. Buy. Interesting. We're not sitting on a runaway oil situation. Commodities aren't going anywhere. Gold is down $6 an ounce. We're not going anywhere. Rocket Lab back to 902. SoFi 935 down 22. GameStop 97.71 is backed off. AMC 1606 up 20 cents. Matterport 819 up 2 cents. ME now still up 16 to 374. Spire's down 1/10 of a penny. ATIP is up 1.5 cents. Smart Rent down 14. Cyxtera at 11.76 up 31 cents. Pfizer down 85 cents to 53.34. And those of you out there who did rollovers, got to be smiling because this Pfizer's backing off. You got to love that. Pfizer, I think, will continue to do this. But I wasn't calling this much today, but we'll take it. Hey, you want to back off? Keep backing off. That's fine by me. I do not mind that my viewers, some of my viewers out there are doing better today than yesterday on their Pfizer. You got to love that. 53.38 now down 82 cents. Looking at April calls, if I recall, try to remember which of these calls we were dealing with here. Not sure if they were the 8th of April or something like that. 50s maybe. Yeah, it might have been the 50s of April the 8th, I think. We're showing now 415 bids. So very good. Very, very good. Okay. Yes. You got to love it. Never a dull moment in the big picture of life, in the big scheme of life. Unlike what's that guy's name on Blazing Saddles? Mongo. Unlike Mongo, just a big pawn in the big game of life. Love that movie. Oh my gosh. Never a dull moment. There we are. Yes. Very, 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 very good. April 14s, I think, is what we're dealing with. April 1450s. Okay, 4.25 bid on my machine, and I know my machine is late. Going down, baby. Those calls are going lower on the Pfizer. Lovely. As predicted, as thought, and it's happening. 54.13, 54.04 down 115 on Pfizer as more selling continues in, and it's accelerating. So Pfizer is backing off, and one must let it do so. Must let Pfizer continue to back off because it wants to do that. And so, yes, go lower by all means. No rush here. Very, very good. Thank you all for joining me and being here, part of the show. I've got the Dow up now 265 points, improving. Very good. We've got S&P up 22 and Nasdaq up 52. The Dow definitely leading the charge. Rocket Lab up 20 to 903. Still down to 927 on SoFi. That bargain continues. GameStop now 98.49 again. It's popped back up to 4 with a 438 gain. AMC is at 16.18 as it moving up in sympathy. Matterport holding a 4-cent gain to 8.21. 23andMe up 14.6 cents to 3.72, which is nice to see. Spire's up 2 cents. ATIP is up a couple of pennies to 178. Smart Rent still showing down now 23 cents. We've got Sixter up 31. Apple is up 71 cents. Goldman up 631. That's great. 345, which puts 350s into play here for a few weeks out. Cisco 56.54 up 53 cents, putting 58s, 59s, and 60s into play. ARC is up 15 cents. ARC Innovations. Microsoft up 6 cents. Not participating in the party. Bed Bath Beyond up 35 cents. Pfizer down 136 to 52.83. How about that? 52.80. Those 50s are only worth 2.83. Now they're worth 2.81. Very, very interesting to watch. Today, Pfizer, among other things that we're keeping an eye on. Never a dull moment. Welcome one, welcome all. Nice to have you here. And let's see here. What else have we got going here? Okay. What else? Austin, I know that SoFi isn't even close to building out its U.S. presence, but for some reason, Latin America expansion gets my motor going. Let's see here. Austin, we're up about 15% on those calls, Uncle Bruce. Looking good today. Let them keep going. Just let them. They're going to keep falling off. Going to keep dropping. Yes. Let's see what else. Hey, Uncle Bruce, I was thinking with ATIP being the largest physical therapy under one brand name and their stock being under $2 a share, they would have to be a prime target for a takeover. But who would? Yes, this is something that I wonder about. That if an activist investor were to come in here, what could happen? But the problem is this. I think that a good chunk of this company is held by the company that took the firm public. I think that a big chunk of this public company is held by, I believe, a Boston-based hedge fund worth over $80 billion. I think they're the major shareholder. So it's impossible for an activist investor to come in and take the company over because more than 50% of the votes are held by the group that really owned the company in the first place. Keep in mind that when ATIP, the private company, which was owned by this hedge fund, when the private company bought the SPAC on a reverse takeover, they ended up with 80-something% of the whole company now. So, okay, the Boston Group went from 100% ownership of a private company to an 80% ownership of a public company. But the public company brought to the table enough cash in its treasury and pipe financing, which I think the Boston Group partially kicked in with friends of the Boston Group, to reorganize the finances of the company and pay down a bunch of IOUs. So the company is in far better financial condition now, has cash on hand, 140 million, I think, or 104 million cash. Line of credit for 100 million more. And they're growing their business. So everything is working corporately there. But on the stock front, it is not working. And so what could be the solution? Ryan Cohen can't come in here and buy up 10% of the company and demand board seats. These guys in Boston call the shots. What I think needs to happen is the Boston people need to install into the management of this company an investor relations division that is second to none. and that needs to really be aggressive on exposing the virtues of this company. We bought paper clips on sale today. Press release. We're thinking of buying paper clips next week on sale. Press release. I don't care what you say. Talk a lot. Now, the actual game plan, Jason, could be the reverse, though. It's not that ATIP is a takeover target. It's possible that ATIP is a buyer of other entities to get larger. That could be the strategy going forward 2 years and 10 years down the road. It could well be that the Boston Group that has 80 billion under administration, if they come up with a target to buy, let's say they find a company worth $150 million that they want to acquire and absorb into ATIP, it could be that what might happen is ATIP would issue a 7-year note, a bond, for the $150 million to the Boston Group, which would then resell it in smaller chunks to other investors. And they'll pay 3% interest or 2.5% interest, whatever it is. They'll take that money, buy out this other group for cash, absorb their centers into their centers, rebrand them, and add the cash flow into their system. And they might just do that 4 or 5 times over maybe every 6 months or so, another acquisition, another one, and slowly go from 900 locations, 950, whatever the number is now, to 1,500 to 1,800 locations to 2,000 locations. And they'll just muscle their way into the top tier by a country mile, and will be in far greater number of geographical areas, and become that much more powerful. The other option they have is to expand into other health services areas. Now the question is, well, what would that be? Would that be a form of remote clinics? Would they open up clinics? Again, in strip mall locations in tandem with ATIP centers. So they have an ATIP center in this strip mall over here. Now they take space that's double the size, and make it all one large health center that's an ATIP and a clinic at the same time. And so you've got doctors, nurses here, you've got therapists there. You're becoming a one-stop shop in much lower real estate per square foot in suburbia America, where there's free parking, easy access from major thoroughfares, maybe even relatively easy access from a transit point of view. And maybe that's their strategy, that they will completely change their look and layout going forward. So again, I'm speculating because they don't talk. They rarely talk. They've indicated an increase in estimates. The stock's 180 here, but I would like them to put in place a killer PR department, investor relations department, proactive, and then find a CEO, of course, but also start doing deals. And let's see, and maybe that's what they're into right now. While they're being very quiet, they can't speak. They're into detailed discussions with 10 different companies, and they're whittling it down to maybe 3 of the 10 they're going to buy. And that might be it. 3 mergers, acquisitions are being done while we're wondering what the hell's going on. Could well be. Because I can tell you the Boston Group is not happy at 180 a share. They're not satisfied that, we took the company public and we did our job. We're doing great. No, they're down hundreds of millions of dollars. They are not happy here. This has to go to $20 a share, $30 a share, $50 a share, not 180. But I think the Boston Group is like China. Whoever's running it now is running it now. 10 years from now, there'll be new management running it. ATI will be a part of this company. 15 years from now, whoever's running ATI, who's running that Boston outfit is running that Boston outfit. ATIP will still be a part of that entity, unless a huge fish comes knocking and says, we'll take you out. Well, I think right now, if a huge fish came by and said, we'll buy you out at $6 a share, these guys would say no, they won't sell, because they have the cash themselves upon the right deal to promote the hell out of this thing and make it run. But I can't tell you what nanosecond any of this is going to happen, unfortunately. So here we are, waiting. Austin, Michael, the news feed on SoFi this morning is ripping, and the stock is down again. SoFi is now up a dime. You just wait a while. GameStop is about to break 100. Well, let's hope so. 101.58. Yeah, here we go. Spire finally made over 2. Is the seller finally gone? Can we go up now, please? Michael, I was wondering with the student loan fiasco if they were going to spend more resources abroad. I hope they go global, says Michael. Malo, I'm number 205, buddy. GameStop broke 100, and it broke 100. I'd sign up for SoFi in Canada when they come up here. Yeah, rock on. Here we go, baby. We're going higher. My complete eToro profile moves on with more green. Hope all your day is doing well, too. Nazareth game 101. GameStop 101.62 right now, baby. That's what I'm got at 101.62. Pfizer 52.79 down $1.40. That is far lower than I thought it would be today. I'm a happy guy. It could go lower. Beautiful stuff. All right. GameStop. What a day here. High of the day 101.98. Right now 101.68. All right, SoFi is green. SoFi is rising. You all see that flash, SoFi fly. Just nice spot. 16 grand with SoFi at 9:30. Way to go, Aaron. Are we ready to write some calls on GameStop here? You can now look at writing 103s, 105s for several weeks out if you want. This is it. Like I said this morning, if you are writing $100 calls and you're getting $11, $12, $13 each, and it goes to 101.89, what do you care? You don't care. The contract is worth $1.40. You just wrote it for 11, 12 bucks. You got cushion here. You got a nice shock absorber here. It's all good. This is it. This is SoFi's $10 run. This is it. We're going. They're thinking it's going to happen. We're at 970, up 13 cents. We're going, SoFi. We're going. Everyone is thinking, this is it. Light the lights. No more rehearsing or nursing a part. We know every part by heart. Da, da, da. I can't remember the words. You guys know the words? SoFi News. Provenir AI shrinks the cost, complexity, and time to market for smarter financial services decisioning. Do you get all that? SoFi good, other banks bad, SoFi good. That's what all that means, okay? The James Show, man, made some bad choices and sold GameStop calls 90 for this Friday at 7. Guess wait for Thursday, Friday. Think about rolling. Yeah, that's what we'll do. That's what we do. It's how we do it, baby. And action data with greater accuracy. Okay, that it all means stock good, go higher, other stock bad, other banks no good. There you go. Me sitting on my 90 GameStop cover call for this Friday is sad. Thank you. That detailed answer on ATIP Uncle B. It is marked as positive, says Blair. Cindy, I think I'm going to need to roll my 340 GameStop. No, I think I'm going to have to roll my $340 Goldman Sachs for this Friday. Should I roll now into the momentum or wait closer to Friday? That is the question. That is the question being posed to moi and to all of you at the same time. We're at 345 right now on Goldman, which is nice to see. You have a contract that is expiring on Friday. It's a 340. You're in the money now, 518. You could or you don't have to. You can obviously allow the contract to shrink out its premium between now and Friday. It'll only be worth $5.24 if this were Friday afternoon now, but it's not. If the shares back off to 340 late this afternoon or tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, they touch 340 again, they have no value. Your contracts are worthless with little time left. So I think you sit tight and keep your eye on that stock and watch for the swings because you'll inevitably get them. That's how this market works. And deal with a rollover on Friday if necessary. Okay, we're at 286 points gained on the Dow. 286 on the Dow right now. We're up 36 on S&P. We're up 170 on NASDAQ. Oil down 90 cents. Pardon me. GameStop, $100, 92 cents. The high of the day, 101.98, giving back a dollar at this point. Andrew, this is it. The height hits the heights, and oh, what heights will hit on with the show. This is it. That's right. That's right. Andrew, you got it. SoFi good, me buy. There, good. There, yeah. Die well, old world. Interesting. Uncle Bruce don't knows eToro, but he mentions as well that the most recent thing at that news was good for the stock. Lovely. Okay. There you SoFi, good. Better other banks. Make stock go higher. Buy stock as SoFi. Make money. Get rich. Right calls. Buy back. Lower price. Make richer. See, it's the internet connection. That's what that is. It's all choppy. That's all. Rocket Lab, 932. Have you noticed? Have you noticed your Rocket Lab? We're up 48 cents on the Rocket Lab. Look at that. Oh, my. Matterport, 850, up 33 cents. ME up 20 cents to 378. Spire at 201, up 3. ATIP up 4 to 180. Smart Rent down 34 cents. And Cyxtera up 47 to 1142. And Pfizer, 52.64, down 155. And still dropping, it would appear, still giving up some more Mo of the Ment and the Tum. Isn't that interesting? Down 155 on the Pfizer. We were thinking that would happen last week, Thursday, Friday. Didn't. It's happening now. Here we are. Thank you very much. Keep on keeping on, kids. Keeping on keeping on. All right. Good morning, everybody, from Dr. Walter. I'm thumbs up number 210. Good morning, Hockey Rink Stock Markets with Tarzan. Stock Markets. In plain grunting with Uncle Ugga. Ugh. We're trying to keep it real simple here. Yes, let's see how we do here. Okay, let's go. That's what I want to say. You'd love it in the UK at the moment, Uncle Bruce. Sunshine, sunshine, sunshine. We are plotting a trip that includes the UK. And the question is, should we do a meet and greet in London? Should we do a meet and greet in London in the UK in May of this year? Should we do that? And if so, where? And I'm wondering about maybe a public location, either perhaps a pub situation or a restaurant situation or something near a transit station, near a train station. This is giving people from wherever to find a way to come into a spot, and it's not far from that for us to get together. Does anyone know? What about St. Pancras, or what about King's Cross, or whatever? I'm open to suggestions. You folks in the UK, you tell me. Should we do a get together in London on, say, a Saturday, perhaps? In London itself, could that be done? A Saturday in May, perhaps this 3rd, 4th, 7th. I don't know. I'm asking. If someone at that point still doesn't like that channel, then we can't help them. Best working space I've ever experienced. Lobo Blast, pick a fish and chip joint in London. Dr. Walter, London baby, count me in. Pub sounds good. Anywhere in central London is easily accessible. I would love to put a meet and greet together for us in the UK. That would be so cool. Can we do a meet and greet in Amsterdam? Can we do a meet and greet in Zurich, Switzerland? Any thoughts, anybody? Well, we're going to be there. Easton King's Cross or St. Pancras could all work. See, there you go. St. Pancras is the station for the Channel, the Eurostar line. King's Cross is near Russell Square. Easton is, I think that's the station you use to go to north up to Edinburgh and Glasgow and other points north. London is a bit far for me, says Michael. Well, then don't show up, okay? Is there any reason GameStop's going up? Yes, there are more buyers than sellers. That's the answer right now. That's the plain and simple. Now, why are there more buyers than sellers? That is the question you should be asking me. And you might be asking me now that I've given you a smart-ass answer. I don't know. I don't have any news that I can point at. There's nothing I can say. This is the reason. So I don't know. Nothing being said today that would indicate why we're doing or getting what kind of activity we're getting at the moment. So I don't know. We're just up to 101.55, and I like it. Volume right now on GameStop is 1 million. It's okay. It's not unbelievably heavy, but isn't that an indicator as well that on a million we move up $7? Okay, I like that. Yeah, all right. What are we? We're not even an hour into the market. We have a million volumes, so that's a good sign. People are buying into this, probably buying into this big picture of GameStop. They figured out, hey, sales last year 5 billion, 2 years ago, last year 6 billion. Hello, 20% increase in sales. Hello, in a pandemic. Hello, in a so-called shortage of gaming systems. Hello, they're up 20% in sales. What? No analyst is talking about that. No one's giving them credit for building their sales numbers. People are reading between the lines, or they're watching this show and going, maybe this GameStop is where to go. I don't know. I'm just wondering what's going to happen here. Alrighty. How about a meet and greet in London? Jen, what do you think?
Sure.
I was thinking near the train station.
I know
Near
we
a
have
train
someone
station.
in Ireland and someone in Scotland.
Well, we have a number. We have a number, quite a number. And I thought, well, if we could do something at near St. Pancras Station, near King's Cross Station, one of these stations where we'll find a pub nearby and we'll just crash at a pub. And they don't mind if we're allowed in the pub. Heck, we can play darts. We could have fun.
Well, and in the summer, they put out beer tables.
Beer
You
tables?
can do that.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I've heard that from a friend.
In the United Kingdom, they have beer tables? No.
I think we should have a poll to see how long it's going to take me to start talking like that if we go to Ireland. I'm going to start channeling all my ancestors.
Exactly. We're thinking about a meet and greet in Amsterdam. Wouldn't that be fun having a meet and greet in Amsterdam? How about a meet and greet in Zurich? Wouldn't that be fun too? Yeah. Here, a Splayer saying, I don't know if I have the money for a quick fly there and fly back to London. When are you planning it? Did I hear right with May? We're speculating. We're speculating. The thinking here is we could be in the UK. Here we are. We're talking about the possibility of being in the UK around the 12th to the 15th of May to kind of get there by then. And we'd be in the UK for a couple of weeks ish, sort of, maybe. So maybe we could do a meet and greet on the 21st of May. That's a Saturday, the 21st. Maybe Saturday, the 28th. Not sure about the 14th. I don't think we'd have one on the 14th, but maybe in the third or fourth week of May in the UK. Is it a date? Let's see if we can do something. Got to figure it out. Loboblast, better yet, somewhere near the financial district. A Splayer in Amsterdam, it'll be easy. 99 Nation, always in Amsterdam.
Everybody flies.
Loboblast is laughing out loud. JK. Jason, how about King's Cross Station in London? Perhaps under platform 9.5? 99 Nation, brownies.
9.75?
Brownies in Amsterdam, brownies and coffee in Amsterdam. Scott, stop by Maryland on your way over there, by the way. Michael, I'll start swimming now. TIF, Uncle B, have you any idea how expensive Zurich is? We need SoFi to go to at least 50 before we can meet there.
Yeah.
Splayer, they are enjoyable with the rules, and I think they are all Corona restrictions gone as well as the quarantine. Oh, I see what you mean.
I think so.
I meant Amsterdam. He's saying that Amsterdam is wide open. Deep Value. GameStop compounds every year. It was the fastest growing stock last year, and I don't see why this year will be different. Dave, the Mac guy, just got on. Not sure what we're talking about, but if it involves traveling to Amsterdam, I'm in. There you go. Splayer, here in Germany, I don't know how many people can meet up at home, many spaces, or how much
you've
room.
got relatives. I'm sure they wouldn't mind. You know,
Oh, yeah, we'll meet at their house.
25, 30 people come to the house.
Yeah, a piece of cake. Dr.
Some of them
Walter,
have backyards. Some of them are in apartments. But some of them are in backyards. They got backyards.
they're used to being tight. I love Eurostar, the Channel Tunnel. I took the kids to Disneyland Paris on Eurostar last month.
Oh.
Fun time, says Dr. Walter.
Yeah.
The Credit Savage, Uncle Bruce, did you know that 58% of GameStop ownership is retail investors? Yep, we are holding. That's
Yes.
right. We rule. We
Yes.
dominate. We control everything. Spare
It
Uncle Bruce,
used
please
to be.
please make one in the Netherlands as well to Amsterdam. I can join within 4 hours with only one train.
Oh,
John,
wow.
good morning, Jen. Dr. Walter, on a rare occasion, it is not raining in the UK. We love to go outside. Splair,
like
so
living in
you speculate
Vancouver.
about the summer. Okay. Dr. Walter, especially if the drink is involved, we love going outside if there's drink. It's table outside in the cold where you sit and drink beer.
Well, but I mean, they are just so much more civilized than we are.
Of course.
They have lap blankets on the back of all the chairs,
Yeah.
and nobody steals them. They
No.
sit there.
It's
You
fantastic.
tried that here?
Yeah, look, Logo Blast, great. Now I want a British Stein with Uncle Bruce's logo on it. Collector's item, I say.
Oh,
Splair.
Stein.
Laughing out loud, Bishop. So much rain. Scott,
Seltzer,
all the
yeah.
markets are up today. Seems to be a good day. Was inevitable. Dr. Walter, Splair TV. We're just a small, damp island on the edge of the Atlantic. I wonder if my wife would let me go to Amsterdam.
Well, bring her.
Bring her along.
That's right.
Wow, there you go. See, there you go. See, if we could do a meet and greet in London and then do a meet and greet in Amsterdam, that would be cool. That would be the next Saturday. So we could do a meet and greet in London on, say, the 21st of May, and then do a meet and greet in Amsterdam on the 28th of May,
Right.
Saturday. That's the next weekend. And then we could consider doing a meet and greet in Zurich the next Saturday. That would be June 1st, 2nd, 4th, June 4th in Zurich. So we could do
That's right.
London, Amsterdam, Zurich, bang, 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 and then we're taking off. Then we're going to hide.
And then we're going to hide. Yeah.
Who
That's
knows
exactly right.
what we can do? There's
What are we going to do
possibilities.
for bagels?
What are we doing for a bagel, man? What's the
I mean,
bagel
when
situation?
we're over there, do they make bagels?
Oh, are there any
do
good?
I have to have a kitchen so I make the
Are there
bagels?
any good bagels in London and Amsterdam and
know.
Zurich? There any? I would think Zurich would have bagels. Amsterdam 50-50. London is the question mark. What about the
don't
bagel
know.
situation in London? I
I
don't know.
don't know.
Mm.
Like, are bagels with lox a thing in Israel, or is that only here? I don't know.
Alberto says, so I'm back. Now you can start, Uncle Bruce.
Oh, okay,
I
good.
missed the target for the covered call on GameStop. What should I be doing?
Oh.
Well, GameStop is 101.23, up $7.
Wow.
So look at writing.
It's up $3 since I last looked.
Lovely, isn't it? So you could look at writing 104s, 105s for 3 weeks out, 2, 3, 4 weeks out, and bringing some serious premiums. Take a look at those. There's an idea. If for this Friday you want to write GameStop 100s, 105s, for this Friday 102s, knock yourself out. You might do a rollover, you might not. Dr. Walter, civilized? You must have us confused with someone else, Jim. Come on. Dave, my wife's boyfriend said I could go.
Good.
Dr. Walter, Dr. Walter, oh, come on now. You call rain barbecue weather, says W. Walters to Dr. Walter. Dr. Walter, London, Amsterdam, Zurich, sounds amazing. Beach Boy, not to forget the Tel Aviv meet and greet, not
That's
to
right.
forget that. We've
now
talked
you
so
can tell
far
us.
up to 985. We're
Can you buy
979.
bagels in Tel Aviv?
Oh, I wonder if you could buy bagels in Tel Aviv.
I'm
Gosh.
assuming, but I don't know. Maybe that's.
Alberto, good
That's
morning,
it.
Auntie.
Good morning. I
Michael,
don't
Bruce's
know what
European
nephew is
vacation
in
sounds
Italian.
fun. Bruce's European vacation sounds fun.
Alberto, what is nephew in Italian?
Tio, Tio.
No, that's you. You're Tio.
Yeah, that's uncle.
Yeah.
Oh, what's
What's
nephew in Italian? Yeah, what do you call a nephew in Italian? Alberto, let us know. Splair, I think I had seen bagels in Arnhem. Oh, so Amsterdam will be for sure.
Okay.
Some, I guess. So there's some here. There's got to be some there. Well, city of several million, you would think
I'd
so.
hate to have a suitcase full of nothing but bagels.
Yeah, we don't want to import bagels into Amsterdam, okay? Anything to declare? Yes! We brought some bagels from Costco in Calgary with us. Yeah.
But they're all for our own
Our own
consumption.
consumption. We're not going to sell them to anybody else.
You don't have to charge us.
Get on that plane and get out of here. Go back where you came from, you crazy people.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
They'd be looking everywhere.
There you
these
go.
These people got something going on. Like,
See?
what's going on? They're trying to pull something.
So I'm thinking ham and cheese with a whole bunch of that
Felipe.
Felipe's original
Okay.
mustard horseradish sauce on a toasted bagel. That's what I'm thinking.
I can do that. I'm not
Clear.
leaving until Alberto answers.
Oh, waiting for Alberto's answer. Here we go, Alberto. So, Sobrino is nephew. She would be Titi. Uncle Auntie is Titi. Uncle Auntie is Titi. Uncle is Tio, and Sobrino is nephew. Sobrino. Sobrino. Tiff. Anyone seen the European? Has anyone seen the Europe trip? Can we have an Uncle Bruce version of that? Beach Boy. Oh yeah, some of the best bagels are to be found here. Alberto. Good morning, Tio and Titi. There you go, Alberto.
So
Titi.
good morning, Sobrio.
Sobrino.
Sobrino.
Sobrino. Sobrino. Sobrino.
Oh,
Sobrino. 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 Brino. I think so. Slayer. Had I mentioned good morning to Jen too? We got it. It's
Good
all
morning,
good.
everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
Okay,
From
I'll
Jen.
go make your day.
Thank you so much. 102 on the Gamestop. We are hitting a new high here this morning. 102. I'd rather you folks are fretting and worrying about your GameStop at 102 than at $78 a share. So let's deal with this nightmare. Oh, our stock is 102. What do I do now? Oh, well, you write 105s, and away we go. I was thinking Lampoon's European style vacation, says Michael. Tiff, excuse me, Michael, Big Ben Parliament, Splair, laugh out loud, Bruce. The hypothetical bagel import story is now great. The hypothetical import. Beach Boy, Auntie is Doda in Hebrew. Doda. Auntie is Doda in Hebrew. Dr. Walter, I got to run to work at meeting. We'll ask around about good venues in London, Uncle Bruce. I don't live there, but I know a few people who do. The Savior, Sobrino. I have no idea what this is. Sobrino. That's how you pronounce it. Oh, thank you. Spread. Have a good day, Bishop. There you go. Welcome one, welcome all. Okay, we're at 924 on Rocket Lab, up 41 cents. The Dow's up 267. Pardon me. The Dow's up 267. S&P's up 39. Nasdaq's up 197. Nasdaq is now the leader of this market. It is up 1.4%. Nasdaq has taken over. The Dow's up 0.76. S&P's up 0.87. The Dow is the laggard now. Nasdaq is up almost double the Dow. The Dow would have to go to 530 to equal what Nasdaq is doing now, up 194. Oil down 153 a barrel. Very good. Rocket Lab, 924, up 41 cents. SoFi, 976, up 19. High today, 982. GameStop, 102.64, up 844. AMC, 1639, up 53. Matterport, 848, up 31. ME, 379, up 21 cents. Spire, 201.5, up 3.5 cents. ATIP, 180, up 4 cents. Smart Rent, down 14 to 705, but coming back, it was down to 685. It's just jumped 20 cents on the way back up. Cyxtera, 11.94, up 49 cents. Pfizer, 52.84, down $1.35, and I think it could fall more. Very good. Robinhood up 19 cents. Manic up 3.36. Home Depot down 2.10. IBM up 13 cents. Microsoft up to 302.40, 327 higher. Apple up 2.33 to 167. Goldman up 6.39 to 3.45. Cisco up 26 to 56.26. Facebook up 5.48 to 217 now. Amazon up $59 to $3,288. Tesla is up to $938.50, up 17 bucks. Google up 56 to 27.85. Bed Bath Beyond down 4 cents. BlackBerry up 27. Royal Caribbean up 141 to 77.06. We've got Target up 48 cents. JP Morgan up $4. Costco up 13 cents. Walmart down 68. Nvidia up $1.65. We've got American Airlines up 23 cents. And Netflix up $4.40. A Snowflake up $5.94. We've got Moderna up $1.59. That's where we're at right now. We're working here, working hard, trying to get these markets to continue. And it looks like they want to continue higher. Let's go SoFi to 10, please. and beyond. GameStop 101.57. High of the day looks like 103 on the nose so far today. It's been pretty well a straight upshot for GameStop all morning this morning. I don't have a reason for it. I don't need a reason for it. I'm happy to see that, and there you go. All right. Thank you, guys. Zed, GameStop 102.36. I wrote at 100. Should I worry? Nope. Not at all, my friend. Not at all. Don't roll it. Don't do anything. Uncle Bruce needs to rent out a mega church so we can all come and attend a sermon. There you go. We need a mega church in downtown London. Let's go to St. Paul's Cathedral. We'll take it all over. I'll get up there and just rail away. Alexander, Uncle Bruce, I am learning I'd rather roll over a nearer term expiry date with an in the money covered call than rolling out further for more time with an out of the money call. Want that time to expire faster? I can play the patience game. There you have it. Tiff, Jeff, $1.83 American. What can we get for that? Gotta love that exchange rate. We're laughing here. Zed, Alberto, I just sold him an hour ago for 11. Just sit tight, my friend. Rob changed my order to a GameStop 105 for April 8th, offering for 1025. Any takers? Right on, Rob. Alberto, just sit, Zed. It'll come back. There you have it. Exactly. Just sit tight. 101.49. We backed off $1.50 already. We'll see how these little moods and moves go. Welcome one, welcome all to an active opening here. First interesting hour, to say the least. We're up 276 on the Dow. We're up 42 on S&P, and Nasdaq's up 209. Nasdaq's up 1.5%. S&P's up 0.95. Dow's up 0.8% higher. Oil down 169 to 110 a barrel. Interesting to watch that. 101.71 on GameStop, up $7.50 on the morning. 974 up 17 on SoFi. Looking to see if we can get that $10 breakout and break through. Same with Rocket Lab. 924 trying to get up now to the 10 neighborhood again. Nice to see these two coming back to this neighborhood. Matterport 845. It wants to join the party. The $10 party, it's up 26 cents. ME's got a ways to go. Up 19 to 377. Let's get the 4 and then 5 first. Spire 202, let's get back to 3. ATIP 180, let's get back to 2 and 3. Smart Rent $7, down 19, let's get back to 8 and 9. Xterra 1190, up 45 cents. Keep on keeping on. 52.80 on Pfizer right now, down $1.39 on the day. That is a lot more comfortable looking for some of us out there who have options outstanding. Well done and nice to see. We got the Dow up 253 as we continue to plug along here. And Duncan, good morning. Jen here, just listening in the background. Rock and roll. Fun times is what we have here. Good to see green all over the place. And we'll see what's going on with what's happening. This market is a most entertaining one, to say the very least. Thank you, all of you out there who have been kind enough to hit us with thumbs ups. Looks like 225 of them have come in. Zed Estate is saying here, I've been a member now for 4 months. I am a Gold Bagel member for 3 months, learning a lot, having fun, and making a bit of cash. Thank you, Uncle B. Zed, thank you for those kind words. And again, all of you out there who are members of this channel, whether you're a Chillin' member or whether you're a Gold member, I love that you're here. Gold Bagel members, of course, get a few extra perks over and above regular membership. A regular membership means you can be a commenter here on the live show right here. But a Gold Bagel member, you get an alert every morning, a trade alert every morning before the 8:30 show starts. That's every day markets open, and you get the Wednesday night prime time with Uncle Bruce show, 8 o'clock Wednesday evenings for Gold Bagel members only. Become a Gold Bagel member right now, and you will be getting alerts to join us live Wednesday nights, and you get alerts every morning about our trade alerts, which you can watch live or just before we go live or whatever you like. Thank you all so much for your support of this guy's channel. Memberships are what keep me on the air. Absolutely the number one thing that keeps us going. We thank you all so much, and we are excited that a number of you are trying to make money writing options out there, and you are making money writing options. It is really rewarding, and it is so gratifying to us to see that you are writing call options and making money on these markets. Call option gamblers are handing it over left and right. Billions a week are being handed over to writers just to offer them the chance to gamble. Let them gamble on your stock. Take the money. Thank you very much. I love it. All righty. Thank you, guys. Let's see here. Let's see. Alberto, $110 GameStop expiring April 1. Stink at 5. Let me pray. Laugh out loud. Might be a bit too stinky. I will buy. Some spray for free breeze. The fun is here at thumbs up number 227. Amongst Great Danes, support what you love or else it goes away. Thank you so much for these kind words, everybody. Trying to score some deals here. Way to go. 102.03 right now on GameStop, up 783. SoFi at now 985, up 28 cents. Rocket Lab 925, up 42. Matterport up 29 to 846. We've got the Dow up 255. Oh, Jen, thank you
We don't
so
have cheese
much.
slices.
Okay,
So I put sliced cheese on both sides. It might be a little cheese heavy.
might be a little thick.
Might be a little cheese heavy for you there.
Okay.
So, you can pull those out if
necessary.
Yes.
You can pull those out if
Pull those
necessary. Excuse me while I whip this out. I'd like to offer you a Laurel and Hardy handshake. Oh, thank you all.
It's such a good movie.
It's a great movie.
It's such a good
Here, I see the sheriff coming. He's what does he say? He's near. He's near. The sheriff is near. No, gosh darn it! I said the sheriff. He's close by. No, I didn't. Great,
yeah.
great. You can't make a movie like that anymore.
Yeah,
You can watch it, but you can't make
It's a
one
little
like that.
close to the line.
Oh my gosh. Oh boy,
Not a
I love
wabbit.
that. I'm not a wabbit. I love that movie. I'm tired. Let's face it. I'm pooped.
Madeline Kahn.
Madeline Kahn.
She's a genius.
It is comedic genius. Thank you, Jen, and welcome everybody to the Bagel Show as we get into chopping a bagel with ham and cheese and Felipe's original hot sauce that we bought by the bottle in L.A. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Very good. Yeah. Love it. Very nice. A lot of cheese. There's a lot of cheese here. We're not taking prisoners with all the cheese, I'll tell you that. Oh boy, welcome one, welcome all. We're up 264 on the Dow. We're at 982 on SoFi. The high on SoFi today, 988. So we're just under $10. Up 26 cents. GameStop 102.20, up $8. And Matterport up 31 cents. We got ME up 22 to 380 now. Spire up 4.5, 4.8 cents, 202.8. ATIP just around 179, 180. 6 there, 1164. Come on, markets. Pfizer 52.78 down 140. All right, the Dow up 280 big ones, and we're at 985 on SoFi, 102.09 on GameStop. Let's go. Oh. Hey, Uncle Bruce, is there any chance that we could get exercised if we've written a contract a month or two before expiry? If the stock is $5, $10 higher than your strike price? Yeah, sure. You can always get called. You've written the call option. You've given the person the option to exercise their contract. But if you've been paid a huge premium to write said contract, it's likely that your stock's going to have to be up that much or more before it's even worth their while to consider exercising. And really, it's not worth their while. They're better off just selling the contract for the increased value that they've enjoyed on that contract. There's their profit. Exercising it is actually redundant, but there you go. Mm. Mm. Oh, this is good. Mm. Oh, I'm so happy GameStop's going up. I'm going to go get it before I get hungry. Mm. Hang on. Tighten your seatbelts while Bruce is consuming his bagel. Watch out. Here we go. SoFi 980, GameStop 101.99. Let's go. The Dow's up 311 points. Here we go. Oil down $2. Nice. 110 a barrel dropping. Let's roll, baby. Let's roll. Apple 168 up 285. Microsoft 303.81 up 465. The Dow up 304 right now. Mm. Fantastic. 102.22 on GameStop. 983 SoFi. Let's go. Mm, mm, mm. Welcome one, welcome all to the show today. So glad you could join us. 238 thumbs ups. Thank you. Thank you, those of you who have been a member now for over a year on this channel. A number of you are getting notifications that it's been a year. It's been 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. Thank you, all of you who've become members of this channel. Really appreciate you. You guys are the backbone of this channel without question whatsoever, without any question whatsoever. Look at that Pfizer, 52.93 right now. Low of the day, 52.50. Very, very interesting day there. Lots to watch, lots going on these markets. Thank you, one. Thank you all. Thanks to those of you who have been picking up these classes on my website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. You've been going over here to check out the classes on how to become an option writer. There are 12 classes there that you can check out at your leisure. Mm. If any of you are having issues, you've purchased a class, you've watched it a few months ago, you want to watch it again, you can't find the link, send me an email, which you can do right here, of course. Just send me an email. Say, hey, Bruce, class number 4, I can't find it. Or I watched class number 4 and I can't find the link. Just let me know. I'll send you a link for it. But head on over, check out those 12 classes and enjoy them one at a time. Learn to become an option writer. And markets like this are perfect for writing options. This bagel's phenomenal. Fabulous. Thank you all. I have to take a pause on this bagel because it's so filling with all that cheese on it. Little at a time. Just a little at a time. Okay. The Dow's up 267 now. Rocket Lab 920. SoFi 981. What GameStop at 101.63, up 743. And we got AMC at 1630. Matterport 859, up 42. Inching its way closer to 9. Just coming along. ME 379 and a half, up 21 and a half cents. Spire at 201, now up 3.5. ATIP 178, 179. Smart Rent 698, down 21. We got Sextera at 1153, up just 8 cents. So we're jumping around on Sextera today. Pfizer 52.96, down 122. Robinhood up 18 cents. Vanik up 3.90. Robinhood down 80. Home Depot down 82 cents. IBM up 28. Microsoft up 443 to 303.59. Apple up 321 to 168.59. Goldman up 496 to 343.96. Cisco 56.30, up 30. Facebook 217.95, up 646. Amazon up $72. Tesla's up 15 to 936, and Google's up 63 big ones. There you go. The Dow up 282, and we have some very interesting moves going on here today, and folks are taking positions, writing option contracts right now into strength, which is what I recommend you do. Write contracts right now that are good for 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out. Take big, fat premiums just out of the money on these contracts and sit on this cash and be very stingy about giving it back right here, right now. Okay. Lots of folks talking to each other about what this market is doing. We've got GameStop hitting a high of 103 this morning. We're now at 101.51. The volume on GameStop today is 1.55 million. Not incredibly heavily, definitely not light, but not incredibly heavy at all. Rocket Lab has now hit 788,000 shares of trading with a 924 last trade, up 40 cents. SoFi at 986 a share has traded 17.5 million. That's up 29 cents. That is not heavy. That is not heavy trading, which is interesting because without heavy trading, we're pushing $10 around now. We're beginning to move into that $10 neighborhood, and we didn't need 50 million buying to make this happen. This is a good sign on SoFi. Lighter volume is moving it up 30 cents a share to 9.89 right now. The high of the day right now on SoFi, 9.89 this second, up 32 cents on 17.6 million volume. Very, very good. The stock is poised for a run to 10 and beyond. It is poised. 9.90 on your SoFi right now. 9.90 on SoFi. High of the day. GameStop 102.10. AMC 16.41. Matterport 9.59 up 42. ME at 3.79. Spire 201.5. ATIP 178.5. And we're waiting on a few key stocks and metrics. SoFi 9.90 up 33 cents. GameStop 102.02, about 98 cents away from its high of the day of 103 a share on GameStop. 1.58 million on GameStop. Now 9.92 on your SoFi on 18.1 million. 18.1, and we're at 9.92 on SoFi. Making a run for $10. Nice. Sean is wondering look for a good date to write covered calls on SoFi at 17.5 strike, but premiums aren't there yet. LL 40 an 80,000 wall at 9.90 on SoFi. It's at 9.90. That wall is gone. 9.92 SoFi high of the day. 9.93. We're climbing. We're up 36 cents on SoFi right now. Could the run be from short starting to cover, if only a little bit? Might be. It just could be a whole bunch of buying coming in that believes what we believe, that this stock, this company is on a roll. 994, 995 on your SoFi. We're going higher. Wipe it out, baby. Frumbler, my July SoFi 10 call is still down 55%. We're at 995 now on SoFi, up 38 cents. 996 up 40 cents. We are climbing right now. There's a run going on. 18.7 million. 996, and GameStop just hit 103.60, new high of the day. 104.55, another new high of the day on your GameStop. Something tells me all your stink offers are getting hit now. You guys are writing calls. 104.93 on GameStop, another high of the day. 105 on GameStop. 10 on SoFi, $10. Simultaneous move on both. Coincidence? $10 on SoFi, trading 19 million now. 105.17 on GameStop. High of the day now 105.49 on 1.7 million. So a couple 100,000 shares of buying on GameStop. It just went up $4. SoFi just cracked up to the $10 level. Now we're going to see if we can break it at $9.99 to $10 right now on both of them. Here we go. Welcome back. We did it. That's right, baby. We're back and we're more here for more. The low on SoFi, 774. How many of you bought SoFi under $9 to average down? How many of you out there got SoFi under 9 in the last little while to average your stock now? A bunch of you, I bet you are here. GameStop 106.46 just jumped again. GameStop 106.46 taking a shot straight up right now. Now you can look at writing 110s. How about that action? Isn't this fun? This is a good time. I'm loving it, baby. I'm loving it. Let's go. Go, GameStop. Go. 106 right now. High of the day, 106.74. SoFi back to $10. 10.01 is the high of the day on SoFi. We've broken the barrier at 10. We ain't not going back right now, baby. Looking good. Yep, Jeff, I'm looking right 105s now. I'm thinking I'm going to rip even more than February. This market is beyond weird. It's looking great. We're up 278 on the Dow. Rocket Lab 926. SoFi 1004. We're now 1004 on SoFi on a 19.89 million. GameStop 105.61. Volume 1.84 million. Looking great. AMC up 60 to 1646. Matterport 862 up 45. ME 380 and a half. Spire 201. ATIP 179. Smart Rent back to 7. Sixtera 1152 up 7. Pfizer 52.95 down 124. Very interesting day here. SoFi 1004 up 48. We're over 10. We're back. Got 100 shares at 777 because I was feeling lucky in the bid. Actually hit last week on SoFi. Coyote, yesterday people were crying and selling because of Powell. Today they had a change of mind because what? That's right. They're listening to Uncle B. They're figuring out it's time to get in here. We're looking good. Up 281 now on the Dow. Rocket Lab 926. SoFi 999. GameStop 105.78. They're looking fantastic. The next one to go to 10 will be Rocket Lab. The next one after that to go to 10, Matterport. The next one to go to 10, Smart Rent. Let's get going. Let's go. Enough dilly-dallying and get back to business, baby. It's time to make money. Yeah. Loving this. I'm loving it. Yee-hoo. Stock market couldn't care less about rising interest rates today. That's the headline right now out of Barron's. That's right. Market doesn't care. 2% interest rates on an 8% inflation environment. Whoop-de-freaking-do. Free money. Depreciating loans. This is easy money. 105.20 on GameStop. 9.94 on SoFi. We got action going up and down and all around. Great stuff. Anybody writing 105, 110 calls on GameStop? Did your options get taken out? How are you folks? I mean, have you been able to write your options? Nicholas, someone duct tape Powell's mouth shut and the market goes up. Who would have thought? Look at that. You gotta love it. Let's go. These buy waves are just coming in here on these markets. There are deals out here and they're being scooped up. SoFi is one of them. Rocket Lab up 42, SoFi up 35, GameStop up 10.85 today to 105.05. AMC up 59, 16.44. Matterport up 41 to 8.58. ME up 21.5 to 379.5. Spire up 3.5 cents. ATIP up 3 cents. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, baby. We can run this puppy a little higher. 304 on Microsoft, 168.50 on Apple. Oh, are we having fun today? Fun, fun, fun. Let's run this puppy. SoFi's coming on. 9.98 again. It's coming back up again. Yep, $10 on SoFi. Here we go. $10. GameStop 104.73. Had a little run there to 106. 104.73 right now. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Mm, mm, mm. Let's roll. 9.96 on SoFi. 104.54 on GameStop. 9.98 SoFi. 104.66. They just popped up again. 9.98 SoFi. Going back to 10 again. Here we are. More volume coming in. More buying. More price moves. Higher. Thank you all of you for being here today. We have 245 thumbs ups. Thank you everybody for that. I appreciate it. Nice to see you here. And thank you, all of you members, letting us know what your anniversary dates are on your membership. 997, GameStop 104.33. We're up 278 on the Dow right now. Thank you all for your support and being here. This is great stuff. Great stuff. Any option writers out there on GameStop today? I would hope so. Selling into strength is the name of the game here. Watching that SoFi get stronger as well. Nice to see that. And well, let's see how this goes. Run, baby, run. GameStop's given up about 260 of the gain that we had in a sudden movement here, but we're okay. We don't mind. We're all good on GameStop. It's 2 million shares traded on GameStop. SoFi at 9.95 now, traded 21.1 million today. The low of 925 this morning, high of 1006. Right now, 995. A little consolidation, and then we might have another run higher. Wouldn't be surprised about any of that, kids. Not at all. Thank you all for being here today with your pal, Uncle Bruce. We try to cover the markets in plain English, see what's going on out there. More buyers and sellers. That's what's going on. I think if we break 10 and touch 1010 or 1020, we might hit 1050, 1060 today. We could have a a $1 gain today. That could happen on SoFi. It could happen. We're so oversold on this stock. There's short positions, of course, and there's buyers coming in here going, I'm buying this stuff. I'm going long. 104.68. We're climbing again on GameStop. Thank you. 16.46 on AMC. Looking good. Little better. Market a little better now. Oil off 222 a barrel to 109.90. Oil is definitely backing off. No, much interesting. Much interesting on oil backing off like it is. Sean, it's still early in the day. I know it's still early in the day. So much can still happen today. What a crazy day we could have as this day wears on. Yeah. GameStop 104.19 at the moment, a little lower. 994 on SoFi, 928 on Rocket Lab. Matterport 858 right now. 269 gain on the Dow, everybody. And there you go. All right, let's see what else is being said out there in the wild, wild world. Let's go. Let's go over here. Right on. Here we are. Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny sentenced to 9 more years in prison. The country's leading opposition figure was sentenced on charges of fraud and contempt of court in a case his supporters say was brought against him on the orders of President Vladimir Putin. Do you think? Really? You think that's it? Interesting. Let's see. Evergrande in China delays results, financial results, as banks seize $2 billion at the unit. That's right. You're not going to get financial results out of Evergrande for quite some time. Kind of like how the Russian stock market never reopened. Isn't that interesting how that happens in communist countries? Fascinating. Yeah, no one goes to jail either when this happens. Really? Okay. Okay, what else is going on? Yeah, what else is happening here? Student loan freeze saves borrowers nearly $200 billion. About 37 million federal student loan borrowers were spared 195 billion in loan payments, and many of them are likely to struggle with their debts when the moratorium is lifted, according to a Federal Reserve Board Bank of New York report. Tornadoes rip through Texas, strong storms moving eastward. GameStop back up to 105.74. SoFi back to 995. Curfew to be imposed in Miami Beach neighborhood following weekend of unrest. These are just headlines out of the Wall Street Journal. Okay. Companies brace for higher compliance costs as SEC proposes climate disclosures. Alrighty. U.S. importers are trying to ship around potential labor disruptions. Discount stores are awash in merchandise due to shipping delays. Okay. Evergrande's hidden debt sinkhole just keeps growing. Okay. Ukraine war is a wake up call to ditch oil and gas forever. Former London home of Julie Andrews lists for £16.5 million. It's not her current home, it's a home she once owned at one time. It's funny how a house retains the title of the person that once owned it many years ago as a sort of a, as an asset, as a good thing. Anyway, there you go. We've got the Dow right now still up 240. Rocket Lab at 230. We got SoFi at 989. GameStop at 106.54. Looks like GameStop is at a new high, just below the new high of 106.74. 2.2 million volume on GameStop traded now. SoFi 987, up 30 cents on a volume of 22.1 million. All right. ME is, Matterport 858, ME at 380, Spire 203, ATIP 178.8 cents at the moment. And Pfizer is down 137 to 52.82. 231 gain on the Dow right now, 986, 984, 986 on SoFi. 107 on GameStop, 107.08. We're going higher. Let's see what else is up. Oh, Nick's here. I'm thumbs up 250. Bruce, welcome, Nick. Nice going, Coyote. I just got off the phone with Powell, trying to convince him to talk today. He told me to tell everyone to hang tight. Bear Nation will rise again. Uncle Bruce, I wrote April 1st, 88 covered call At 7:30, it is deep in the money now at 18.90. Should I roll over now or wait? If it's trading at book value, or almost at book value because of its value, then take a look at rollovers. Definitely take a look, because at 88 call, with the stock at now 106, you're 18 in the money. So obviously an $18 call, you don't have to wait till expiry to eliminate time premium. You're probably able to buy this on a stink bid close to book value, but pick your target for your next covered right. Maybe look at April, something in the middle of April, late April, and look at writing maybe 105s. See if you can get 105s for a big price. Even 100s. You could look at writing 100s to try to get $18 or $19 or more. You want to bring in as much money as you're paying to buy these back. So you might be writing 100s for late April. That's $8, $7 in book, and then $10 premium. Keep an eye open for that, Nick. It's not a hurry. You have all day today. You've got all day tomorrow, whatever. I just sold GameStop, says DH, for April 22nd, a 105 for 12.55. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. 12.55. It's worth $1.26 right now at 106.26, and you got 12.55 premium on top of total price. I like this. I do like this. 12.45 gain on GameStop with no real news, but we're okay. It's great. Rob, 11.35 for a 105 April 8th. Current bid ask 9 to 10.50. Right on. Get that price. That'd be a nice price if you could score that. The Dow up 215, Rocket Lab 927, SoFi 988. It's not backing off very much. 106.89 on GameStop, up 12.69. The high today 107 something here. What was the high today on GameStop? 107.30 was the high today. 106.76 right now on GameStop. So this is giving you folks to write. You're getting a chance here to write some really nice premium contracts, which is what you want to be looking at. Further into April is what I'd recommend. Going April 22 would be a good idea. I like the idea of that. 29s if you need to. Absolutely. Right on. 222 on the Dow right now. Very good. Let me take a look at options. Nick, I got to figure out Nick's situation here. There we go. So you got April 1st 88s. Okay, so let me take a look at April. There we go. Yeah, they're 1755 to 2095. Nick, you can put in stink bids on those calls to buy them back, but just keep an eye on that market. I mean, it's 106.68. Yeah, it backs off to 104. You only have to pay 16 for them. You don't have to pay 18 for them. So the key here, Nick, is not to buy your calls back at a high price and then write the next calls and not get a high price. That's not good. If you're going to do a rollover, it's got to work for you. So keep your eyes open on that. Now, I'm going to go forward here a bit in time. April 22s, maybe beyond that. April 29s, just taking a peek here. Yeah, to get your hands on, $17, $18, you're looking at writing 100s for the end of April. If we can go back a little bit here, 100s for the week before. You might be getting closer to 17 for the 22nd, and then looking at the 14s. A lot of volumes on the 14s because it's, I guess, the third Friday, the first. This is the third Friday. Keep an eye on those. 90s are pushing 20, maybe 21. 100s are pushing closer to 14, probably 14 and a half now. We'll have to see. 107.33. Okay, we've climbed again on GameStop. Remember, my quotes are late. My option quotes are not accurate. I'm probably a buck or so behind on these quotes. So if you're buying 88s, you're paying $18, $19. If you're going to write against them, you're going to now write new ones, rollovers. You're probably looking at writing maybe 100s or something in that neighborhood. But if you can write 100s for April 14 and get your hands on something closer to $15, you might be paying three more than you're getting, but you're moving up $12 on your strike price. We'll watch this. This doesn't have to be done right now, and I wouldn't be in a hurry to get this done, Nick. You got to let the stock figure itself out. It's 108 right now. Let the stock figure itself out, because if the stock goes to a certain high level, then you're going to get a certain price for your high priced calls that you're going to write. You want to know what you can get for those before you buy back yours, because you're going to pay book value to get yours back wherever the stock is. You want to get a fat premium on whatever options you're going to write. So let's let the stock tell us where it wants to go. To hit 108, it's now 107, 108.31 right now. Looks like that's the high of the day. It seems to be indicating that's the high of the day right now, but we're just watching it. 987 on SoFi. We're up 208 on the Dow. Okay. High of the day, 108.34 on GameStop. Go, baby, go. We love these going higher. These are problems we want. Our stocks are going higher. Pfizer, 52.80 down 140. Lovely, lovely, lovely. GameStop is something else. 18 $14 ATM. I was 12 out of the money yesterday. Now I'm in the money. Jesus. Nick, thanks, Uncle B. You got it, buddy. You got it. Not a worry, buddy. We're good. 108.04, 108.18. Yep, yep. Let's just see what happens. So those of you who want to write calls on GameStop, take a look at 110s for a couple of weeks out. Yes, indeed. It's now time to look at writing 110s. If you've already written, just sit back and cross your arms and don't do anything. Just relax. Let the show begin. Let your stock go up and make you richer. This is a lot prettier than $78 a share. Don't you think, folks? This is a lot prettier. I like it. Lovely. We're up 214 on the Dow. A little pop up again here. We had a little sell off now, a little pop up. Oil down 139 to 110.73 a barrel. Okay. There you go. Fun times on these markets. Volatility is what we want on GameStop. We want it. We like it. It is allows us to write options and make a lot of money. How about them apples right there? Very interesting. Pfizer backing off. It was as high as 53.02 a little while ago, backing off to 52.80. It'll continue to back off. It looks like to me. Very, very good. What do we got here? IBM up 6 cents. Microsoft up $5 to 304. Apple 168.78. Goldman up 454 to 343. Not a $10, $15 gain on Goldman. Notice how that it's not leading. It's just kind of going with the market. Interesting. $76 gain on Amazon. Tesla up 25 now to 946. Google $81 higher to 2810. There's money coming into this market from all over the place. There's money coming in here. Reallocation of funds. It's coming in here. Okay. All right. Up 219 on the Dow. Very, very entertaining activities here. Rocket Lab 931. Look at SoFi 990 again. Here we go. 990 on SoFi. Taking another run. Might have another run for 10. GameStop 108.75 new high. 108.84 new high trade on GameStop. 108.94 is the new high on GameStop. Let her go. Let her go. Let her go. Love it. Loving this. Matterport 862, getting closer to that $9 level. Come on, Matterport. The high of the day, 863. This is it right here. 2 million volume, and it's moving up 45 cents on only 2 million. This is lower volume for Matterport. Very good. ME 381 and a half. The high of the day, 382, 383. We're right there. 967,000 on ME's high of the day. Keep going. Spire 202 and a half, the high of 206. Let's go on 440,000. ATIP 179 up 3. Beautiful. Let's run these stocks higher, please. And thank you. Okay. Very interesting. All right. Lots to watch here. Lots and lots to watch as I adjust my phone here to watch stocks. Up 221 on the Dow. We're up 49 on Rocket Lab. 932. This is near the high of the day again, isn't it? Yep. 933 is the high of the day. We're there. And now SoFi 992 coming. 993 on your SoFi. 108.08 on GameStop. The high was, it looks like just under 109. 109 exactly was the high trade. And Matterport up 44 to 861. ME up 23 cents to 381. Spire's 202. ATIP is 179. Smartman Sixtera a little lower, 19 and 20 cents each. And Pfizer down to 52.79. Very interesting. There we go. Okay. Lorraine, Uncle Bruce, I have GameStop. $90 call for the 1st of April. What should I do? Wait. Yep, you wait. Sit back. And Jeff, I wrote Friday 110s for 550. Yep, sit back and wait. Just sit back and wait. And 107.96 right now on the shares of GameStop. With a $13-14 gain, you can have a $5-10 pullback, no problem. This is volatility now building up, so we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. We got rollover strategies if we need to employ them, not a problem. But we wait. We wait now. 107.94 on GameStop. SoFi 992 here, up 35 cents. And we're at the high today on Rocket Lab, 933 right now, up 50 centinos. 232 gain on the Dow. We're climbing again. We're up 47 on S&P, 269 gain on NASDAQ. NASDAQ is approaching a 2% gain on the day. The Dow's only up 2/3 of a percentage point. The Dow is soon going to have to triple its number to match NASDAQ. That would mean the Dow would have to be up 675 points. NASDAQ is way outdoing the Dow, way outdoing. And same with the S&P 500. It's up 1%. The Dow's only up 2/3 of a percentage point. Rather surprising to see the Dow actually not leading anymore. It was leading all morning this morning when we opened up. 992 on SoFi, 933 Rocket Lab, 107.84 on GameStop, Matterport 862, ME 381, Spire now 203.5, a little better. Trying to get these markets higher. Okay. Fun times, kids. Picking up option premiums left, right, and center. Bobby, laugh out loud. Actually, I'm working today. I know it's a bad habit. Keep hearing the updated stock quotes, but I check my watch list. Doesn't match. Just refresh the watch list. Watch list. Wow. Now it's working. The Credit Savage just bought back my GameStop cash secured put for $2.05. I made $900. I bought GameStop at 104 and I sold a $90 covered call for a $22.95 stink offer expiring 4/22. This is how you do it, Uncle B. Bought games at 104 and sold a $90 covered call. Yeah, I'm not sure if you want to write a covered call that much in the money, but then again, look, if the stock backs off $10 to $97, that call you wrote will drop off. So sure. 422, big cash generation coming in there. Very well done. Right on. Interesting stuff. 994 on your SoFi. We're pushing higher again on SoFi. We're up 37 cents. Looking good. The volume on SoFi right now is 24.2 million shares. 993.94. GameStop 107.36. High of the day 109 for the high of the day on GameStop. 107.36 right now. Dow up 228, holding its own right now. Okay, guys. Sitting on cash balances on writing calls. Now we'll see what the calls want to do. You got the money. The gamblers are on the floor pulling that slot machine handle, trying to make things happen. Let's see what GameStop wants to do. It doesn't go straight up all the time. It does go down too. It'll be interesting to see how it performs here for the rest of the day now that it's higher by 13.56. That is a 14.16 gain right now, 108.36. That's a pretty good gain here. The credit sandwich. All I need is one bad day, Uncle Bruce. Care Bear unit. That's right. You get any kind of a world event happening that just upsets the markets. They drop 400 points. GameStop drops $15 like that, and you're laughing. Absolutely. All of you are. So just sit tight, kids. 108 on GameStop. The gamblers are the guys going along right now. They're the gamblers. The ones who are buying these contracts, they are the gamblers, big time gamblers. And you need to make them pay you a ridiculous premium. That's what you've got to do. And you've got to find the contract you're going to write, those April 14s, 21s, 28s, 29s, whatever which ones those are, you write them for big money. 991 on SoFi, looking a lot better. 934 now. Rocket Lab new high, 227 gain on the Dow. Matterport 864 pushing the high today. ME 381 pushing the high today. Very, very nice. 108.42, just 50 cents, 60 cents away from a new high today on your GameStop. We're still pushing higher, and we're at 993. We just pumped up the 993 on SoFi. 108.38 on GameStop. Kids, welcome to the party, pal. Are we having fun? I think we are. I think we're having a good time. Certainly are seeing our accounts improving, and that's nice to see. 203 on the Spire. Let's go, man. Take this thing higher. 179 on ATIP. Come on, welcome to join the party, ATIP. Let's go. Time for a move here. Oh my gosh. All right. 232 gain, 227 gain on the Dow. 935 on Rocket Lab, up another couple of pennies here. And 108.52, we're pushing higher on GameStop right now. A 108.80, definitely pushing higher. Haven't hit the new high yet. We need to break 109 for that. Okay, I just sold an April 8th, 105 for 11.95. Wish me luck, Rob. Way to go. Way to right a cut. That's a great price. A 105, 11.95 for next week, Friday. Oh, man. I call that easy money, Rob. I'm calling this easy money, buddy. Right on. Wavy gravy. NFT con starts tomorrow. Do you think GameStop has any announcements coming? Lord only knows. Rob, a stink bid for 605 to buy it back. There you go, baby. There it is. Someone pays attention. Nicely done. Well, let's see how it wants to play. Yeah. NFT cons. I love this. I love this. GameStop on the cutting edge of this stuff. Love it. Love it. Not a brick and mortar store anymore, kids. Those days are over. Of course, the analysts don't understand it. They don't get it. They still think this is a blockbuster. They're locked in the 90s. They're gone, man. They're gone. They're not with us. And I'm an old guy, and I get it. I'm telling you. 223 gain on the Dow. 935 on the Rocket Lab. 987 on SoFi, just to tease us. They're teasing us. 108.31 on GameStop. 868 on Matterport. I think that's a new high. 871, we just touched it. Yeah, pushing. We're going to push for $9 on Matterport, kids. We're coming back. Who bought Matterport down around 571 to 671? Anybody buy Matterport under $7 a share? Anybody? I think there are people here who paid less than $7 for some of their Matterport. I'm sure you are here. 383 on the ME. We're at just at new highs at 384 here. This is great to see this. It was as low as 324 this last month or so. Come on, Matterport. 371, 871, and 383 on ME. Spire 204. A little better. Come on, Spire. The low was 162. Who bought Spire for under $2? Anybody? Anybody? I think so. I think there's some smart people around here. Nah, I bought it 15, says Austin. Jennifer, me, I did. I love Matterport. That's right. That's right, babies. Going to make us some monies here. 108.25 on the GameStop. Ooh, doggy. Let's go. Zed, I bought Matterport at 7, but I sold at 7. I sold a covered call at 750. Michael laughing out loud. TIF, I bought in the 750 range. There you go. How about all that? Look at the fun we're having now. Whew. 108.25 on SoFi. On GameStop, pardon me. On GameStop. 230 gain on the Dow right now. Okay. Man, oh man, oh man. Sorry, Austin, that just made me laugh. Right on. Mm, mm, mm. Let's go, Matterport. Let's break through 9 today. That would be just delicious. Absolutely delightfully delicious. SoFi 986, GameStop 108, 107.99, breaking 108 now, coming back a little bit on the GameStop shares. Tiff sold $10 July covered call from Matterport. Afterwards, let's see if and when I have to roll. Right on, man. There you go. GameStop 107.98, 108.14. We're jumping around now, this 108 level on GameStop. Austin, Michael, my wife laughs when I get hurt too. It's all good. There you go. We're up 238 on the Dow right now, 988 on SoFi, 108.35 on GameStop. We're still pushing. We might go higher yet. We might, or we'll go lower. Either way, we'll be there. Man, oh man, oh man. 52.86 on Pfizer, down 133 today. Very good. I'm doing the math in my head. So many contracts down $1.33. Yes, I'm doing my calculations in my head. I like what I calculate. Very good. Yes. Michael is laughing too. Ha! 232 to 240 on the Dow right now. We're climbing again, it looks like. 107.68 though on GameStop. We're backing up a little bit at the moment. 107.68. Matterport 864 and ME 381. Alrighty, 107.66 now on GameStop. Up 13.46 a share today. What a day we've had today. Credit service. I bought Matterport at 605 and SoFi at 799. I didn't quite catch the bottom, but honestly, when they are $50 a share, will it matter if I bought at $5 or $6? Laugh out loud. No, it won't matter. Exactly right. Don't ask Warren Buffett if he got the all-time low on any trade. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. Exactly. We're up 239 up to 240 now. Looks like on the Dow. We're up 51 on SPY S&P. And Nasdaq is up 281, 2.03%. We're down 140 a barrel on oil, 110.71. Okay. Tons of fun. Who wants to join Jennifer and I for a meet and greet in London, Amsterdam, and Zurich? Would you be interested in having a meet and greet at any of those 3 cities with us this May? Coming up, the last on each a Saturday in May, and we're wondering if any of you would like to join us. We would be looking at possibly May 21st in the UK, London, the 28th of May for Amsterdam, and June the 4th in Zurich. Do you think any of you can make it and join us there and catch up with us? We'd love to see you. That'd be kind of fun. Let me know. 243-point gain on the Dow now. And we're at 988 on that SoFi, 106.94 on GameStop after hitting 109 for the high today. Come on, GameStop. Let's back off to 100 for a nice cool dip. Michael, meeting time. Catch you later. Catch two, says Michael. Come on, bears. Let's go out looking for some honeypots. Care Bear unit, assemble and roll out. 106.55 on GameStop, but we're up to 1990 now in SoFi. All righty, 382.5 on the ME and 864 on Matterport right now. Very good. Very, very good. We're down about 220 on the GameStop shares from its high of the day that was set about 15 minutes ago. We had a nice another run higher, but we'll see if we get a little profit taking here on GameStop as the day wears on. We're up right now to 106.87, up 12.67, but we backed off from the 109 high. Lots going on, kids. Thank you for 265 thumbs ups today. Thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up button. We do appreciate these. If you're able to get us over 300 here, that would be beautiful. We still have 35 minutes to go in the show. No, or do we? Or is it 5 minutes left to go in the show? I keep forgetting how long I've been on. I've got about 5 minutes to go. And if you guys can hit that thumbs up button so we get closer to 300, we only need 31 more. We're at 269 now. Thank you, everybody. Nailing the thumbs up button for us. Try to get us to 300 here. Yep, 272. Only 28 left to get to hit 300. Thank you, everybody. Nail those thumbs ups for us. GameStop 106.91 up 12.71, 9.90 on SoFi, up 34 cents today. Another good day. Matterport up 48, ME up 25 to 383. We're 25 thumbs ups away from 300. We got Spire at 204.5 up 6.5 cents. ATIP up 4 cents. Little gains here and there, little victories. Where Sexteris come back, we're back a penny on the upside now. 52.82 down 138 on Pfizer. 244 gain on the Dow. We're up 51 on Rocket Lab. 276 thumbs ups. 24 to go, guys. Thank you so much for this. D Gray, I'm taking the day off. Probably the wrong day. Right on. 241.7 gain on the Dow. Okay, 106.15 on GameStop. We're backing off a little more. 105.95. This is a $3 dip from the high of the day so far on your GameStop shares. So some of those contracts you just wrote are backing up a little bit, and all those contracts are backing up a little bit right now. I'll see what the dip is like. Matterport 864 up 48. ME now 383 up 25. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Moderna announces a new 3-in-1 vaccine program. Will that have an effect on Moderna stock? That is the question. It's up right now, 372 on the day at 179.10. It has moved up from the 177 range to this range in the last little while. Low of the day at 168 on Moderna. That was this morning early on. Now it's 179 on 2.6 million volume. 179 on Moderna, up 375 to 179.14. All righty, and back to the market. We're up 236 on the Dow, 934 on Rocket Lab, 988 on SoFi, 105.70 on GameStop, and AMC's up 60 cents to 16.46. It's backing up a bit. Matterport 864 up 47. ME 381 up 23.5 cents. Okay. Right on, everybody. Thank you all for being here today. I'll be on again at 3 o'clock this afternoon for the final hour of trading today. Make sure to join me for that. Thank you all who've been here with me all morning this morning, or part of the morning, or part of the day. Hope we've been able to get you some more intelligence on what to do and how to do it. Uncle, days like this, I need to hear your voice and revisit my class and the one-on-one. It keeps me from jumping out of my window. Patience, I keep hearing your voice. You are the casino. Thanks, Uncle. You got it, Alberto. It is what you need to do. You write a call and you wait. You write a call, and no matter what, you sit back. Have a good day, y'all. Thanks, Blair. Appreciate it, buddy. Let's see what this market wants to give us. 105.48. We've backed off now $3.50 on a GameStop since it hit 109 only 25 minutes ago. That's a quick pullback here. We'll watch to see just what kind of profit taking's coming in. We're seeing AMC pulling back as well. The Dow is up 225 at the moment. S&P up 49, NASDAQ up 278 as we watch these markets continue to grind along. And hopefully those of you who've written calls today and Friday, you're watching the calls work in your favor. I think many of you are, and I think you will be enjoying some lovely profits. Absolutely profits coming your way. Okay, there it is. I'm going to take my pause now and join you this afternoon at 3 Eastern. Just saw a breakdown under 105 on GameStop, by the way. We'll be back this aft, and let's see what happens. Geez, what a grind, says Paul. Yeah, this is how you make money in the markets. You have to let the markets do what they do. After you take your position, you now wait it out and go from there. 982 on SoFi, a little lower. 104.98 on GameStop, just under this 105 level. A little resistance coming in, a little selling coming in, profit taking to be expected. We're up $11. What do you want? Sure, can see that. I can see it going back to 100, no problem. Well, we'll see what gives. Those of you who've written calls at these high levels, congratulations. Cross your arms and watch the deterioration come your way. It's shrinkage, baby, like George Costanza says. It's shrinkage, but it's a good thing for you. I love it. Okay, guys, I'll see you at 3 this afternoon for the final hour of trading. Thank you again for being here and have a great rest of your day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.